All right, everybody. Looks like we've got our readies coming out. We're going to get going into map number 1 in just a moment. Alrighty, everybody. Good morning. We are back into it. We are here for our first best of 3 of the day. So we got 2 best of 3s and 1 best of 5 in today's tournament conclusion. On the left-hand side, it's going to be Team Gummis. To the right, it's going to be Team Gachi. There's your Twitch prediction, and let's go ahead and get into map number 1. This is going to be a Meta Madness style of draft. The heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps within this series. And this is also going to be having the pre-bans as we've been talking about. You do have the Anduin, Blaze, Brightwing, Chen, Chromie, Diablo, Genji, Hanzo, Hogger, Junkrat, Lucio, Morgana, Stitches, Sylvanas, and Vala all banned away as they are restricted in the tournament, and that was something done before the tournament started by Ridzu's community, the tournament organizer. So bans don't carry over. Garrosh could be played in map number 2, so long as it's not banned again. You can repeat bans, and Battlefield of Eternity is going to be map number 1. First pick, first ban to Team Gachi. Map choice coming out from Gummis. Got a Zeus, congratulations on first. Happy Beaver, good morning. What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday as we get into Battlefield. A lot of Arthas has been utilized on this map, and that is going to be a target ban right there. We do get the Murden. Murden is up and available to be able to Stormbolt initiate. You've also got your possibility of Sledgehammer level 4 for possible race increase as well. But another hero that's been target banned a lot and is going to be able to make it through this draft is going to be Maiev. Now, another one to mention is going to be that Urel. Is it going to be picked up here by the side of Gachi, or will it be banned in the mid-ban phase? Because I think you either grab it or you give it away. Or, I guess, ban it. I think they're considering it, too. It's going to be Falstad, okay. Typically, Falstad for this map is Q build. You got Malfurion, so you get Innervates. That's some nice cooldown reduction value and mana return, since you want to spam those hammers. And Flow Rider level 13 can really burn through your mana so long as you're not taking damage. But what do we get here for this mid-ban phase? As mentioned, I could see the Urel ban. The members of Team Gachi do need that solo lane setup. Could be also a target ban on a healer from Gachi. Interesting, they're going to ban the Sonya. Okay. Sergeant Hammer to be removed. I was thinking it was going to be more so a healer target ban, but no hammer in this game. You do have good control with the Maiev and Johanna.
I heed the voice of Elune.
As Tyrande does get picked up with the Artanis as well. All right. Good race potential and a lot of control coming up from Gummis. You've got Lunar Flare, Umbral Bind, Condemn, Punish slow, possible Subdue slow, Phase Prism as well, Suppression Pulse. Last 2 picks on the right side need that solo lane into the Artanis, and will they go into another sustained damage dealer like a Rainer just for some more race?
The hunt is
I am the destroyer.
And so Deathwing and Lunara. I mean, Lunara race not too bad. Vision control as well is really strong for her with Sentinel Wisp at level 1. We get this last pick on the left side for Team Gummis. They have pretty low race, in my opinion. But what do you want to do up against the Lunara Deathwing? Maybe like a Tychus? I could see Tychus for the Deathwing. Greymane is up as well. All right. Battlefield of Eternity, map number 1, first draft of the day is underway, or concluded, I guess. Let's get into the game. Thank you, Broken Wing. I appreciate it, bud. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Prepare yourselves for battle.
Just in time for the start of map number 1. As we get into this, we've got Team Gummis in the blue with the Maiev, Johanna, Artanis, Greymane, and Tyrande. Team Gachi in the red on the right with your Falstead, Malfurion, Lunara, Deathwing, and Muradin. Of course, you know the meme on the channel.
The battle begins in
We always
seconds.
we always look and see if the Tyrande first Sentinel will hit.
5, 4, 3.
Decides whether or not Gummis will win this map number 1 as we do get Sentinel thrown out, and it is going to be no hit. First Sentinel misses. Hidril, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it, bud. Divine Fortress Johanna, hello. Pursuit of Vengeance. You've also got your amateur opponents. Ranger level 1 for the Tyrande. Gathering Storm, Emerald Dreams, as well as your Sentinel Wisp. Dragon Soul, and Dwarf Block for Muradin. As your Greymane does go Viciousness level 1. Sentinel from all the way bottom lane hitting into Deathwing top lane. Ranger damage is decent, but I mean, it's Deathwing. He's got armor plates and such. Johanna stepping forward. Lunar Flare landing into this Muradin. Huntress Mark applied to him as well. Gummis is low. Gachi will be taken down. Gummis traded. First blood. Traded as we get the double kill. Artanis stepping up with the help of Johanna. The root from Malfurion does zone a little bit, and the hammering confirms the kill into this Artanis. We have such a brawl early on. 4 kills at just about 1 minute on map number 1. All right, we got odds on the gamble. Thank you, everybody. Falstead takes flight. Heads to top lane and starts working on the wave. 17 stacks for that level 1 already. Lunar Flare just trying to get a free stack off of the Deathwing as the Lunara goes down from this Maiev. My god, the kills this early on. Deathwing trying to step out to get a little bit of wave clear. The Impaler camp, low, very low actually. That'll be cleared up by the Molten Flame and Muradin auto attacks. Looking at Muradin baseline though, he's at 6 stacks, so still a ways to go to be able to pick up his Piercing Stormbolt. And we'll see what he goes at level 4, if it's going to be just the standard Thunderclap upgrade, or if we are going to be seeing Stormbolt upgrade in any way. Fallen Shaman to the east side of the map is being started. Team Gachi will be able to pick this up, and they might delay it. This is really early for this Fallen Shaman. And it is... No way! Wow, Ranger value. Oh, there was almost another one. There was almost another kill into the Lunara there. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Flip it and ship it. I say that's so funny. Alright, first Immortal. Going to be spawning here. Falstead Barrels on a bottom lane. Shando Clarity, by the way, at level 4 for Malfurion. Lunara did go for the Nature's Culling, so she's got that increased damage to non-heroic targets for the Toxin. And Artanis is going to start working on this Immortal. He did go to that amateur opponent level 1, as we had mentioned. Lunara grabbing experience of top lane. There is about a level gap forming. 6.25 to 5.5. We'll get into our second half of the Immortal phase, but Lunar Flare goes out. A couple of auto attacks out into Gummis, but the hammering won't connect for the 30th stack. Immortals are on their race sides. Muradin Deathwing trying to zone a little bit. Johanna trying to slow down Lunara's clear, pulling her into the Immortal spin. And the Immortal health is pretty... I mean, it's got a 3,000 difference, actually. But Artanis, Greymane, Maiev, they're already racing. Harkness will be taken down by the Deathwing Onslaught. Gachi taken out by Artanis. It is quite the bloodbath this early on. And we have our Immortal heading to top lane. Level 7 should be here for both sides. Shahana losing 1 Divine Fortress stack. She was taken down, and we'll at least have 7 talents here for the members of Gachi in their defense. Falsehead does pick up that boomerang. Well, Lunar Flare for the 9 stack, landing into the Lunara. Falstead trying to get away from the Greymane, whose Inner Beast is still active. Fort Gate is just taken down quite easily. Immortal Spin will push Murden to the side. Another hammering to fire out. Lunar Flare follows up the Umbral Bind. My God. This is going to be Gummis with another double kill. And they are going to try and take down top lane Fort. They don't have a minion wave. They got to be careful about that negative armor. Looks like Greymane grabs the Impaler camp. Lunara still chasing. Just that's going to be a shield glare at the end. Hammering trying to get the dismount. Spirit of Vengeance just to jump into this. Falstead a little bit faster. He'll be able to barrel roll to safer positioning. Muradin back. Stormbolt immediately into the face of Johanna. Lunar Flare trying to get another stack. It's over 10, so you got the 30% range increase. And Spirit of Vengeance, no teleport into the enemies with that sudden Vengeance level 4. Greymane trying to sustain that Inner Beast. They have the minion wave push up onto the fort, and that is going to be this structure taken down. Possibly the Muradin as well. Containment Disc will find its way into Malfurion. Root expires. There's going to be that small silence and shield glare, and not enough damage to take down Malfurion. And during all the siege, we've had enough time for the next Immortal spawn. Containment Disc, Blessed Shield, Suppression Pulse, Curse Bullet, and Starfall for the Tyrande. But it's nearly a 2-level lead. If this Immortal's won by Gummis, this will be heading into the bottom lane since the fort is still available there. Deathwing will drop down into bottom lane to grab this wave, deny any damage onto the fort. Maiev is looking to just take out the sidewall or at least get some damage into it. Fallen Shamans to be traded. Pretty equal timing on those.
I enjoyed that.
Alright. Johanna's just gonna look to disengage away from any of this potential race. No step up with the Maiev. Maybe pressuring this camp further through bottom. Maybe just looking for the team fight. We do have heroics for Gachi. Big face prism swap onto Malfurion. He's going to use Twilight Dream. The Gust from Falstad won't be enough to save Malfurion. Maiev gets the kill. Oh yeah, we do have Gust, Twilight Dream, Leaping Strikes, as well as your Bellowing Roar and Muradin Avatar. There's the Bellowing Roar pushing some people to the side. Love Call so very low. Suppression Pulse comes down. And this Tyrande is able to heal up very quickly. Greymane, by the way, is still racing. While all this is happening, Greymane still picks up some decent race for the team and gets the Immortal down to half. Yo, let's forget what? Dwarf toss in from Muradin, just gets hit with a Lunar Flare immediately. Umbral Bind applied to him as well. Face for some swapping him off to the side. This is a ton of damage on to Gummis. They throw the Containment Disc into this Falstead. Deathwing will follow up. Maiev is able to avoid the Stormbolt with the Vault of the Wardens. Now, Malfurion falls just below to Greymane. Greymane picked off by the Falstad. And a Suppression Pulse fires down, but Artanis will be next to be picked off. Shahana, by the way, is pushing the wave in bottom. Maiev and Tyrande are on the objective. I lost Maiev there for a second. I thought she went up into the lane, but it looks like she was going into this objective area to try and race a bit more. Starfall from the Tyrande. Spirit of Vengeance goes in. Tyrande steals the kill onto Falstad. The Immortal picked up by the crew of Gummis. And it will be heading into bottom lane, as we had mentioned. Muradin falls as well. It's 12-5 in kills as Lunara and Malfurion look to back away. Tyrande upgrades her Sentinel, by the way, with that Harsh Moonlight does have the Piercing Sentinel from the 20th stack on the Lunar Blaze Curse Bullet. Greymane lunges in with Worgen form, but unable to take down Malfurion. Mortal drops into melee mode. This is an Umbral Bind and Lunar Flare connecting onto this Muradin. Containment Disc into Deathwing. And he'll get the Incinerate afterwards. Onslaught back into the enemies trying to zone. Itty bitty Deathwings, they're hit with the Harsh Moonlight. And that'll be Fort taken down, Keep Gate removed. And Team Gummis just back away for this bottom lane Impaler camp. I gotta say, Gummis is coming in and playing rapid and fast. All right. I'm trying to figure out what they're correlating that to, and I think they're just literally posting 6-7. Okay. Kids these days. Siege camp to be grabbed. Top lane wave pushed up a little bit by Johanna. Keep Gate is still available there. Muradin might be caught out here. Stormbolt, Dwarf tosses away. Break the wrist, walk away. 2-level lead. Talontiers are equal for now, but it's half a level to go for 16 on the side of Gummis. And that next Immortal should be announced very soon. Yo, it's a fish. Congratulations on last. Muradin looking to harass onto Johanna. She activates Iron Skin, runs away. Let's see, Immortals are on north-south. Race side for Gummis on the north end. And Fallen Shaman for bottom. And Impaler camp of top lane. Looks like it's actually... I just got one of the Hellhounds, okay. Huge damage on the Muradin. He'll be taken down. Forget what. Congratulations on second or whatever. Y'all missed that Malfurion kill earlier. There was... I can't get over that Malfurion kill, man. Tyrande just sends a Sentinel from the west side of the map. Malfurion and Lunara just happily working on this camp. Malfurion had been dropped down to like a third of his health and just gets hit with a Sentinel, and there was like 50-something overkill. And the Immortal phase number 3 is here. Phase Prism not activated by Artanis as he blade dashes into the enemy. Falstead taken down by the Maiev. Bellowing roar from this Deathwing met by Johanna's Iron Skin. Not too much displacement, but look at that leaping strike from Lunara. Is there going to be a takedown to Greymane? No, this Twilight Dream from Malfurion does get a huge silence that might find the kill. Oh no! Okay, they trade Greymane for Deathwing. That also will be Tyrande falling. Artanis trying to take down Malfurion. I don't think he's going to get this kill. There is currently that Fallen Shaman bottom lane, which apparently took down a keep. Artanis, does he get his trait? No. Cat is on core, but there's a minion wave. Immortal stun into Malfurion. Maiev racing on the north end, and she'll be able to trigger the halfway point. And Johanna needs to use Iron Skin to disengage away from Muradin and Lunara. Or at least try to. Fan and Knives getting a ton of resets, and that'll be Maiev playing into Lunara, able to get that kill. Containment Disc on the Muradin, just to try and back away. The Immortals have gone to defensive sides. We do have some respawns coming through. Sentinel bonks onto the Muradin. And to the Malfurion as well. For a good, I'd say, a fifth of his health bar. Deathwing dropping back down. Curse Bullet. This Deathwing getting shredded by Greymane. As he will be pushed off to the left side. Yeah, that Alpha Killer and Curse Bullet is just ruining Deathwing's day right now. We saw this on Thursday when we were casting NGS during that Duraton's Couch versus Bugin's game, I believe it was. All right. third immortal of the map. Gummis looking to advance this through the keep gate. They've already gotten bottom keep from that fallen shaman earlier. Weakening the gate here a little bit and opening up the sidewall to maybe step in. Umbral Bind, Lunar Flare, Face Prism. Goodbye, Malfurion. Containment Disc will find its way into Deathwing. Hammering from Falstead does go out. 72 stacks currently for the bird. As Deathwing gets hit with that harsh Moonlight. Immortal still attacking from range. It has a minute shield. Gus from Falstead creating some space. Maybe they can dive onto Harkness in that moment, but it's not working out. Spirit of Vengeance forward. Fan of Knives getting some massive resets. Face Prism swaps this Murden to the side, and he'll be taken down as well. Falstead the next to be looked at, but I don't know if he'll be picked off here. Maiev wants the Finland, and Falstead flies back into the Hall of Storms. This is going to be map number 1 over to the side of Gummis in a pretty dominant 20-8 game, 3-level lead. I mean, Gummis got a lead and just ran away with it. GG, well played. Yo, what's up, Kalaboth? My well-groomed friend. How do you know that? Quit looking through my windows in the morning. Good to see you. All right. That was a game 1. That was definitely a game 1. Alrighty, gonna whisper over to the captain so it's easy to join off their lobbies. And Gummis payout. Ads are going. Score go up. Turn off the bird camera because there's no bird. Just wow. That was very, very, very strong game for Gummis in the beginning here. They want to get into that grand finals. What's up, Freaky? Good to see you, bud. Happy Sunday to you, my friend. Good morning, everybody. We got tea, and we are ready to go for casting. You got the end of that game? It was pretty strong. Pretty strong for Gummis. We'll see if they can recreate their success in the next map. But it is, what is it, 2 best of 3s and 1 best of 5 grand finals. I wonder what we're going to see for map 2. It's probably going to be just standard stuff. It's probably going to be pretty standard stuff. I don't think we're going to be having any sort of, Hanamur or anything. I'll actually ask in the next lobby and see what the bans were, but Hanamura Temple has been banned away. I think we've had 1 Hanamura game in the tournament that I've seen, at least. And maybe 1 Garden of Terror? I think maybe 1 Garden of Terror? I'm not even 100% sure on that one. There was definitely a Haunted Mines played. I think we've seen every map. Actually, I don't know if I've seen Cursed Hollow. I feel like I haven't seen Cursed Hollow yet. I also did play a bit more Duskbloods yesterday. I don't know if that game's for me, man. I like the environment and the exploration's fun. The PvP aspect, I just really don't like. I really have never liked any PvP in a Souls game. It's just not appealing to me any way, shape, or form. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be getting Duskbloods. I'm kind of wobbly on it. It's just the whole like forced PvP aspect. I don't play Souls games for that. Oh, what's up, Ninja? Good morning. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they release any other stuff with it. But right now, it's kind of unappealing. Also, the gameplay loop is kind of meh. I know they're gonna have more stuff in it, but I feel like I'll play the heck out of it for maybe a week, and then get tired of the PvP, and then it will just sit. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, exactly. Forced PvP is never my jam. I agree. Oops, I put the lobby link in the lobby. But like running around and killing the creatures and exploring the areas, that's pretty cool. There's literally, in the network test, there's one of the like events that triggers. And one of the events is that it warps everyone into an area where there's a elite enemy, and you have PvP activated. Because there is you have these moments where all the players can travel and fight like an elite enemy together, and you don't deal any damage to each other. But this sort of like event of the night, if you will, does force you into one of those battles where you can damage each other, and I don't know, man. Because the issue with that too is that you'll be doing something and it triggers. And I was 2 times when this happened. I was literally fighting an elite enemy on my own. I was about to beat it, and then it warped me away. And I was like, great, awesome, cool. So I don't know, we'll see. As I said, maybe there'll be some other stuff they release in the game that's my cup of tea, but yeah. Yo, what's up, Shadow? How you doing today, bud? Welcome in, everybody, into map number 2 of our first best of 3 of the day. Team Gummis on the left, Team Gachi on the right. We do have the Meta Madness style of draft, so the 10 heroes that were played in map number 1 are going to be unavailable. That does sound annoying, yeah. I'm sure they're gonna have different events, and it won't be always. But I was just annoyed with it. So, but either way, we got Gul'dan to be banned out by the side of Gummis, Gachi. It's Infernal Shrines. Let's see what they want to prioritize. Here is that it will be the Garrosh removal. Okay. Arthas also really good on this map, but it will be Leoric to be removed. Might be looking for the Arthas on the side of Gummis, realistically. I think the Arthas could be fantastic for an early draft pick. You have that Howling Blast, you've got the ability to be able to slow the enemies and reduce their attack speed. But Kira is up and available, and she is pretty strong right now. So she'll be the first pick for the side of Gummis. Great for team fighting. A lot of walls to be able to disengage with Grapple Hook. We do get your Dahaka on the side of Gachi. And so you got great wave clear. Mobility is really good. Global aspect. What do they want to pair with this? Do they just grab their main tank out the gate? Or do they want some sort of healer? So they got Stukov, good control around the objective. You also have that lurking, control around the objective with lurking arm. So I do enjoy the pickup with him. You also have Flailing Swiper, Massive Shove. As we have Kira, who's got some dive in. I was going to say, maybe some sort of tank that can also gap close as well, and Varian's fantastic for this. Yrel coming through. This is already just an S-tier draft for Team Gummis, I gotta be honest. Their wave clear isn't the best right now, but they can easily pick up a mage with some sort of healer. Heck, they could even go Alex Straza Kael'thas to wrap this up, and I think they would have a fantastic draft. Charge, taunt, into a gravity lapse, Alex Straza summoning globes for Kael'thas. His wave clear is pretty good on this map. His shrine clear is good. You could look at a Mephisto as well with Alex Straza, but I honestly think like Alex Straza plus some sort of mage would be really solid. Heck, you can go Jaina. Jaina works really well too. Just kidding. No Jaina this game. Alright, so Jaina removed by Gummis. Gachi, what are we going to be leading into? They still need a main tank. Still need some wave clear. and possibly sustain damage. We do see hyper carries very often on this map, and it can be sustained damage, can be just a single mage, just amplified. ETC, so nice power slide disruption into the Varian. There's the Kael'thas. And I feel like that might have been a bit of a steal, but you can always follow up into power slide with a gravity lapse. Oh, just gonna go Tychus. All right. And Morales, just give him the stim.
Anna checking in.
Nano boosted Unrelenting Strikes I could see. Nano boosted Odin I could see. Could just be Eye of Horus as well. I don't know about the Gachi draft. I mean, it's not awful. It's not amazing. Some sort of sustained damage I think they're gonna need here. Like, Cassia might be a good consideration. Blind the Tychus, maybe neuter him a little bit. We'll get Ragnaros. I do like the wave clear availability. Could be Lava Wave. It's doubtful. Sulfur Smash is the main play right now with heroic difficulty at level 20. I think until either more stacks are needed for Sulfur Smash second charge or heroic difficulty gets nerfed, I feel like that's going to be the mainstay play. But let's get into it. Get your gambles in. Oh, dang. 50k on Gachi, huh? We've burned through all the load-in music. Alright, well, either way. There's odds at least on the prediction. Here we go. Might have a small pause at the beginning, as it looks like the Stukov might be having a small load-in issue. But I mean, right now, if we look at it, it's so much control for Gummis. You've got Charge and Taunt, as we mentioned, Sleep Dart, possibly Debilitating Dart. You got Revolving Sweep for the knockback as well. And then a little bit of control from Tychus with Grenade, Righteous Hammer, Avenging Rastlo. It's going to be a rough game, I think, for Gummis. Or sorry, for Gachi. The double G is throwing me off. But either way, we'll see how it all unfolds as we get into Infernal Shrines map number 2 in our second map in the first best of 3. Tychus, Yrel, Kira, Ana, and Varian, with Gachi picking up the Kael'thas, Stukov, Dahaka, Ragnaros, and ETC. Quarterback, maximum effort. You do have your contact healing. Overpower for Varian and Dauntless Yrel. Shifting Meteor. Also leaning into a Enduring Swarm for the Dahaka for that duration and spell armor. Guitar Hero, Mana Addict, and Stukov level 1. Probably low blow. Nice Spider Grenade going out from Ana. 100% healing debuff for 1.75 seconds. As the double soak between lanes is beginning. Tychus is just going to start working through this wave with the overkill. Flame Strike into the wave, trying to get that globe quickly. Lurking Arm does go down from Stukov. Might have forgotten to take the level 1. We do get Mortar Punisher for the first objective of the map in the mid lane. Kael'thas is doing his best just to quickly clear this lane in mid while his allies are currently grabbing that Impaler camp for bottom, but wants to play it safe, doesn't want to get picked off or anything this early on. Lion's Fang hits onto Alvarez, but this is going to be your Ragnaros easily able to just walk away, or I guess float away. Sleep Dart by a grenade, charge from Varian. No level 4 yet for that taunt, but Alvarez is so low. It's going to be Harkness taken down. Living Bomb should get the kill. ETC actually steps up for the last auto. It didn't get the kill. Almost Varian steps away there, but first blood over the side of Team Gachi. All right, Twitch Gamble will close out here momentarily if you're swayed any way, shape, or form. We do get that debilitating dart, by the way, for the Ana as well. Good drag, couple tower shots, little Dark Swarm. It is going to be your Hero Stalker. At level 4 for the Dahaka, pretty standard with that level 1 Enduring Swarm, usually Symbiosis 7. Here comes the first objective. Yrel goes in for the Avenging Wrath, interrupted by a face melt to BTC, revolving sweep from here, big carnage through the enemies. Trying to get those baseline stacks up, and that is going to be your Stukov taking down. Dahaka brush talks in, looks for the drag, lands it on the Tychus. The Flame Strike is there, the Power Slide through as well. Gravity Lapse not connecting because of the ETC face melt. Yrel's going to tap well in top lane. I think maybe get one more wave. Neither team picking up a Fallen Shaman for the top lane. And objective. Whoa, a little bit NA lag. Looks like I dropped 100 frames at some point. Yo, what's up, Krusty? Good morning. You're just in time for the first best of 3 series. This is map number 2. Avenging Wrath into Righteous Hammer. Ragnaros trying to back away with the Blast Wave, and Kira's there with the Carnage to take down the Fire Lord. Power Slide into Yrel. This does seem to me that this is first objective over to the members of Team Gummis. And of course there is a delay on stream today. Obviously we have a live tournament, so we have delay on. Also, Ana, at level 7, will pick up that anti-healer, so increasing the healing reduction duration to 2.5 seconds. Punisher jumps onto the Murden. Ragnaros pops Molten Core. And a little bit more siege into the fort gate will be had, but this Molten Core in defense is going to dissuade and deny a lot of siege in. Not too much has really been picked up off this fort gate. They didn't even take down one tower. Oh, they did get a tower. Never mind. So late 6 minutes in game time is going to be our next objective, around 650-ish. Possible invade into this camp. We don't have tents on either side. Dark goes out from Ana, misses on the ETC, revolving sweep. Reactivation, power slide through. There's a lot of damage into Argus, who's trying to back away with the grapple hook. The living bomb is applied, but not spreading to the allies. Dahaka Dark Swarm is active, and he's going to get some great value here. And that will be Varian taken down. 2-2 in kills. Ragnaros falls, though. Gummis is going to try and trade, but he'll be picked up by Stukov Auto. Dahaka will be slowed by the debilitating dart. ETC picked off by Yrel. And now Stukov, the next to go down to the bleed damage. Looks like Yrel actually stole that last little bit. Dahaka pops Essence, Righteous Hammer charge. Great burrow to avoid the Righteous Hammer displacement. 5-3 in kills as we exit this bottom lane Impaler camp, which has gone over to Gachi. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers. We're getting close to level 10s. Varian will begin this camp for mid lane with his Tychus ally. Alright, so we got Nano Boost, Unrelenting Strikes. It is Odin and maybe Sacred Ground? No, it's going to be Ardent Defender. Possible invade into this camp. ETC will disrupt and create the space for Kael'thas to get the channel. Urel advancing forward won't step up any further. It is going to be Stage Dive ETC. There's the Sulfurous Smash as we expected from the draft. Isolation, Massive Shove, and Phoenix for Kael'thas. Alright, so it's bottom lane objective. Let's check Ragnaros. Molten Core up in 55 seconds. ETC steps up Varian with a taunt into Ragnaros. Living Bomb applied to Varian. Rel with the Righteous Hammer gets the bonk. Stage dive from ETC. Ardent Defender gets the trigger and heals up quite a bit. Phoenix from Kael'thas activated in this engagement. The Righteous Hammer pushes back to Haka. Sulfurous Smash goes out for a double hit and double stack. There's that Shrine activation as we mentioned. There's the nano boosted Unrelenting Strike as we talked about. Kira does have her Fatal Wounds baseline completed. Kael'thas will be taken down. Looks like they're going to commit to this camp. Did get leashed. Ana going to be helping out. She's going to tank a little bit, but got to be careful. This Shaman's weakening these health bars. It should be all good in the end, though. All right, let's take a look here and see what we have for the second objective. Going to be the Arcane Punisher. Rel's already begun this. Kira getting another wave in bottom. Warbringer, by the way, for the Varian, we didn't mention. ETC gets taunted. Revolving Sweep pushes him into the wall. Lurking Arm from Stukov is also going to be activated. The Unrelenting Strike will go out and take down ETC. Massive Shove pushes Kira back. The Sulfurous Smash on 3 stacks currently, but I think that stack was off Varian, not the Kira. Good collapse and good, like, quick call to be able to punish the ETC there. Dahaka top lane just trying to soak up. And this is Odin pushing in through bottom lane with the Punisher. Ragnaros Molten Core will be activated. Varian stepping forward. Kira Carnage through this. That's a lot of bleed. Ragnaros is stunned for 1 second. Varian goes in for the taunts. Massive Shove misses, pushing Kira back. Punisher jumps over onto this Dahaka as he entered into the bottom lane. Minion Wave and Spinning Arcane Blades might be enough as Kira does get nano boosted, pulled by the Dahaka. We have Ragnaros shifting Meteor completed. Revolving Sweep misses. Punisher jumps over onto ETC. Massive Shove will push back the Kira, and this is going to be Isolation going out from the Dahaka, but no target to be connecting to. All right. About 11.5 minutes in will be the next objective announcement, a little bit past that. We will have a level lead form talent here as ETC taunted. Minigun is active. Revolving Sweep. Deja Vu. I've been here before. I've seen this movie. As Sulfurous Smash does get a 4th stack. Yo, it's Avita. Baja's awake. Of course I am. My alarm went off at 3:45. And Bandit looked at me like, are you serious, dude? Again? Well, it's good to see all of you. Happy Sunday. Thanks for joining me on this comfortable morning. Mid lane is our next Punisher. Varian set up in the bush. Kael'thas might check with a Flame Strike, and he, yep. Way to push the scouts out the Ana. Mind's Fang to try and poke on into Ragnaros, but he'll just sidestep that. Good drag. Revolving Sweep will connect. Dahaka burrows. That'll be that. Face melt from ETC. Varian charges in. They're going to look for this fight around this Shaman camp. Unrelenting Strike. The Sulfurous Smash goes out. The Unrelenting Strike will get the hit. ETC Stage Dive goes out into the backline, but it's not working out as this is just going to be a massacre. Gummis They want this 2-0 victory to enter into the grand finals through the upper bracket. They don't want to have to play another best of 3 to then get into the grand finals. And as a reminder, I believe it is Agumi who's waiting in the lower bracket for the winner or the loser of this series. Yes, it is. Odin summoned, gonna weaken the keep gate of mid. So this is where the next Punisher is, and by the way, we're about 10 seconds away from the announcement of the Punisher. Yeah, Kira's in a extremely good spot right now. Very much so, Kolovoth. I wouldn't say she's like, you pick her, you win the game. There's obviously you still need to, your hands still need to push the right buttons. I was trying to figure out the right word, but my brain just ka-chunked. Sorry, we're waking up still. But yeah, like, Kira's in such a fantastic place. Same thing with Yrel. It's not pick or win the game, but you do have so much control and value with Yrel or Kira. So, also, Lingering Ailment, my personal favorite at level 13, level 16 for the Kira. It's a 35% armor debuff for 4 seconds off the revolving sweep or the grapple hook. Fight continues to break out, so Fierce Smash goes down. Unrelenting Strike. Evolving Sweep. I think if they can nerf her W baseline quest a bit and she'd be fine. I agree with you, dude. I don't think she needs much. I think she just needs some tuning to bring her down a little bit. But I honestly think, yeah, 100%, bud. Like, I think Yrel could just use a little bit of a nerf. Like, maybe Righteous Hammer Stun goes down to, like, 0.75 seconds. Avenging Wrath Slow. I'd like Avenging Wrath Slow to be reduced down to, like, 40 or 35. That would be more on par with something like Deckard or Leoric. Both of them have about a 35-40 for their slows. Increased by a talent, which then Repentance becomes a little bit more balanced, in my opinion. But either way, I digress. Let's get into it. Ragnaros Molten Core was activated. Punisher from mid lane going over to the side of Gummis. We have the stage dive from ETC. Kira will be taken down by Stukov. The Master Shot pushes Yrel back. Punisher still around 75%. Another Punisher jump over to this Dahaka. He's a little bit low, but he gets some Essence activated. Lurking Arm from Stukov down on the ground. 16 talents here during this defense will be picked up. And Punisher, can it confirm the keep here? Tychus wants to try and help out a little bit more. Frozen Punisher won't be able to get it. And next Punisher will be a little bit past 17 minutes in game time, or 16:37 for that announcement. Okay. 20 talents here on the horizon for the members of Team Gummis. They have a 9-kill advantage. No talents here for the time being, as that Massive Shove does not push Varian too far back. Ragnaros will be able to grab this camp, so it's good experience going over to the members of Gachi. Gummis still chasing in. The Sulfur Smash goes down. The secondary stack used in Varying will be taken out. Unrelenting Strikes with the Nano Boost will go out, and this Dahaka is so very low. He's trying to back away. The bleed damage, is it going to be enough to take him down? No. Active reload from the Ana. Kira is a bit deep into the enemies, but just won't be able to confirm the kill. And will back away, trying not to give any more experience to the enemy. Power Slide ETC catches the heal. The Achilles tendon of Kira might be broke. Yeah, that is not a good moment for Team Gummis right there. They do not want to be giving up that many kills. So they'll lose their bottom lane for it. Here's the thing, the Impaler camp mid almost gets this keep. I think Dahaka might be able to save. Oh my god, I can't believe it, they save it. Next Punisher, by the way, is bottom lane. And we've got like 45 seconds until the announcement. Yo, what's up, Shy? Good to see you, bud. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. So 20 talent tiers here. And actually for both teams. So we've got Big Red Button, Silent Killer, Nano Infusion, Glory to the Alliance. We have been seeing Word of Glory here and there, but it's probably going to be Seraphim. Heroic difficulty is expected. Contagion as well. You do have the the top off and Super Strain. At the Super Strain 16, the top off at 20. Flamethrower and Crowd Pleaser. Excuse me, Crowd Pleaser for the ETC. I do want a small delay between uses on this. Kind of like Artanis with Suppression Pulse, where it's like a 10-second delay between uses. I'd like to see a slight cooldown between uses, just so you can't layer that. I think that's super strong if you're able to hit it twice onto one target. I mean, right now, what's the center dealing? So in theory, you could do 2,606 damage if you, yeah. Molten Core activated, and you do have that heroic difficulty from bottom lane for it. Whoa, hello lag. Evolving Sweep. Big carnage onto the ETC, 309 baseline stacks with the Kira. Unrelenting Strike goes out with the Nano Boost. Nano Infusion finds no target. And I don't think Silent Killer got much of a cooldown. Kira will be taken down. Ragnaros and Kael'thas and friends are going to be able to work on this objective. Molten Core expiring. Catapult in mid lane is pushing up. Possibly will take down the keep. But this is going to be a really awkward late game for the side of Gummis, as they were controlling the entire map, and now they're kind of floundering in every team fight. I mean, what did we say? It was a 9-kill difference? It was 4 to 13? It's now 13 to 9. It's now a 4-kill difference. They're going to try and collapse onto Dahaka. Charge taunt. Dahaka should be dead. He's going to burrow, which will buy him a few seconds. So they do get the kill onto Dahaka, and then they're going to start hearthing out. I don't think this will be keep taken down. No, it will be, because I saw Ragnaros rotating out, but they're going to rotate. Okay, no, he is going back. Okay. Fallen Shaman of top lane with Catapult. Man, deja vu from Battlefield map number 1 during an objective that did take down the Gotchi Keep. Do we have any way for Urel to get out of the Lurking Arm? No. She had our defender, but she just could not get out of the Lurking Arm. Yeah, the percent base for Kira, by the way, is going to be, at least, I don't know, if this is what you guys are talking about here, is the damage on enemy heroes with Blood Rage Bleed permanently increase the damage by, it's 0.25%. There's a tooltip issue with the UI I use, but it should be 0.25% per stack, which I don't think we can actually look at the total percentage here, can we? No, it just says heroes hit. I guess it'd be 323 times 0.25 or whatever. But math is hard this early. Didn't like it when the last Punisher went down, but it is going to be frozen in the top lane next. Adventure, I guess, around 22 minutes in game time. I'm assuming it's off cooldown, but just checking. It is, yeah. Heroic difficulty is ready, and also 2 charges of Saphir Smash. Impalers are just advancing forward through mid lane, just playing this very safe. I think Team Gummis know that if they lose a team fight, there's a high chance they can lose through bottom lane. But also Gotchi, I think it's the same thing. You know, they lose a team fight, they definitely can lose through mid lane. The rotation on the map is going to take a little bit, but death timers are pretty up there at this point. I think we're at the 60-second point. Oh, there we have a pause. Lagza. But, yep, there's the Lagza. 38 stacks for your Kael'thas, by the way, on Mana Addict. What else can I mention to you? Master Assassin at 12 of 15. possibility of getting those extra, the 15% increased attack speed as well, on top of that 10% passive. Otherwise, we're getting ready for objective, I think, right? Not yet. It's only 20:35, okay. But I was taking stock of the cooldowns on heroics because everything is up and available as well. The reason we pull the minimap off just for a little bit of competitive integrity so we don't have to also jump out of the game. So we can at least continue to look at some stats and talk about what's going on in this map number 2. So it's top lane Punisher. I believe the top lane fort has been taken down. I'm just going to go ahead and do one of these numbers really quick. And no, the top lane fort is still up. Okay, so if the members of Gotchi win this objective, and let's say maybe 1 kill is achieved onto like Varian or Urel or something, I think Gummis still defends. I think they still definitely can. They'll probably lose their top lane fort to the Punisher. I think we said it was Mortar because we just had Frozen, I think. I think I think it's Mortar or Arcane, but either way. So you'd lose the top lane fort, maybe some of your keep gate. But I don't think you lose the game if you lose this objective. Now, for the members of Gotchi, if they lose the objective, that top lane keep, as we had talked about, or I remember, was pushed in by the Fallen Shaman, is already down to 50%. And with a 20-plus minute Punisher, I do think it's very doable for Gummis to be able to get objective and push into the core. It's just it's the Molten Core defense measures and everything is going to be something that kind of is an X factor as well. Also, if they lose their mid lane keep, Ragnaros can use Molten Core on that, so he has only the 90-second cooldown rather than the 180. But all in all, it's a pretty good map number 2. I mean, I gotta say, Gotchi fighting back and doing a fantastic job of it. This has been really, really good back and forth in the post-16 era. Actually, yeah, I'd say post-16 era. Definitely a lot of tools helping out here. All right, the readies are out. Let's get back into it, everybody. Sorry. For those that don't know, no one can see the observer messages, so we're just memeing to each other. Righteous Hammer charge up by Urel just to make sure that no invade on this camp happens, but it will be traded camps. Kira clearing out bottom lane wave. We do have also the Khazar camp just now respawning in bottom. But it's 22.5 to 22.25. It's really, really close in this late game. As I had mentioned, this fight back from Gotchi has been really fun to experience. Ragnaros is going to try and get some siege with that shifting meteor onto the fort gate. Open it up a little bit more. And it looks like that Impaler camp of bottom lane will not be grabbed, going to be left, and very, very safe rotation, even on their side of the map with their fort available, but there's going to be that Punisher, as I mentioned, around 22 minutes in game time. Mid lane wave is pushing up with a Pierrot Catapult. Might be able to get the keep, but I think Dahaka is going to have the clear on this. So we have double checking for Ragnaros, because I know he checked it right before the pause. He has 2 stacks of Sulfur Smash as well as the Molten Core available. Ooh, charge taunt. Revolving sweep. There's the Molten Core from Ragnaros, and ETC gets deleted. Sulfur Smash goes out. Hits Love Call. Second one. Flame Strike. That's what I was talking about with the delay on Sulfur Smash. Like, a delay between uses of charges would be kind of nice. That level 20 Molten Core is strong. So that's going to expire, and this will be the green light for Gummis to step up and try and take down Ragnaros. They're just immediately going for him. A beautiful collapse and call. Isolation Contagion, and Phoenix will go out from Kael'thas. The Contagion jumping to this Kira and Tychus. And Tychus is trying to back away from the Dahaka. Ardent Defender triggered by Urel. This is a ton of damage into Gamer Boy, who will be taken down by Varian Charge. Dahaka lands the drag. Stukov taunted. He will fall as well. Master Assassin from Tychus has been completed. 25% attack speed. Overall increase for him. They are going to call for Punisher. Kira backs away to tap well. And we advance in through top lane. Odin has been summoned. Top lane keep taken down immediately. ETC face melt. He's going to be taunted. Silent Killer. The drag from Dahaka misses. Punisher jumps over. That'll be Dahaka taken down. Varian charges just onto the mid lane keep to try and get rid of that. Ragnaros immediately pops Molten Core on it. Nano boosted Odin with Big Red Button is just going to start blasting away on this core. We have Molten Core expiring from Ragnaros. He'll be stunned for a second. Kira and Varian are going to try and find the kill into Ragnaros once again. We'll be able to confirm that. Ana does die to the raid boss. Gummis the Tychus will fall, I do believe, but this core is next to go down. And that is going to be map number 2 to the side of Gummis. GG, well played. They take the first best of 3 in a 2-0 and advance into the grand finals. And we'll see Gachi drop down to the lower bracket final coming up next versus Agumi. All right, let's get those ads out of the way. Let's get those ads out of here and pay out the gamble as well. So I think the Gachi will go to the other side. So I think it's going to be Gachi on the left. And we'll see this be Agumi. All right, there it is. The Gummis team wins it. And, oh, we are dropping some frames again. Little bit of wobbling today. Hopefully it levels out. All right, update the stream title because we're going to be going into the lower bracket final, and yeah. Players will get their map drafts and everything going, and then we'll figure out what we're going to be doing for map number 1. My gut feeling, unless it gets banned away, is going to be a lot of Battlefield and a lot of Infernal Shrines to be constantly played. A lot of Battlefield and a lot of Infernal Shrines. I don't think many people want to go to Hanamura Temple or Garden of Terror Classic. Or Haunted Mines either. We have been seeing a bit of Towers of Doom, so maybe in the best of 5 we'll see Towers of Doom added in, but It all comes down to this for Gachi and Agumi. It's going to be loser takes third place. What is the prizing for third place here? Let's see. Let's see. Third place is statue with nickname and 100 elements puzzle. And what amount of prize pool splits? What is the prize pool split? Where's challenge? Announcements. There it is. Does this have the prizing split? I don't think so. I don't see anything about the actual split on the prize pool. Mr. Bandit, I have nothing for you. Either lay down or I don't know what, bud. You're just staring at me. I got nothing for you. Just lay down. Buddy. Thank you. Just staring at me. I got nothing, dude. It's the same rigmarole we've done every single time we do this. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks for the redemption. We'll do that in a little bit. After we figure out and see map number 1. Has anyone confused you of being of Scottish or Irish ancestry? Yes. 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 Oh, you're a ginger? You must be from... Your family must be from Ireland or something. No. No, we're from the land of vampires. But yes, pretty much all my life. Even in school. There was in middle school there was my last name is pretty unique. And it can sound a little bit, it can sound a little Japanese. And so in the 7th grade, so that's halfway through middle school is 6th, 7th, and 8th. In the 7th grade, we had a new teacher. And at the beginning of the like class or whatever, you get your books or whatever. And so he's calling out all of our names to give us our books, and he calls up my name, and he's struggling with it, and I turn around and I say it, and he just goes, "You're not Asian." I look at him, I'm like, "No, we're Romanian, but okay." Yeah. You're Transylvanian? Yes, we're from... So in Romania, there's 3 major regions. You have Moldova, Wallachia, and Transylvania. And we are from the capital of the Transylvania region, Cluj. C-L-U-J. Cluj-Napoca for full name. So, what's up, Kaima? How you doing? Am I Roman? Yeah, sure. It's part of Romanian, so I would assume sure. I don't know. How's your day, bud? I don't know why you're... Safe travels. Oh, okay. So you're a vampire? Sure. Sure, why not? Hopefully everyone's having a good Sunday. Is Dracula real? He's my third cousin. To be honest, the Vlad Tepes Castle, the Dracula Castle or whatever, it's just a tourist trap. He never actually resided in that castle. He just owned it for like a good chunk of time. That's legitimately it. There's some really cool history and stuff around Romania, and some really beautiful like palaces and stuff like that, and castles. But yeah, he never actually resided in the castle that's in Romania. He just owned it for a while. I've gone to it. My mom, dad, and I, we went to it. We did a castle. The first time we went back there, we did a castle road trip. I went to a bunch of castles around the. I can't remember where we went. I think we went to the Moldova region a bit. And then there was the second time we went back, we went and saw a bunch of churches where they have the painting on the outside. It's not mosaic, right? Because mosaic is with tiles. But it's whenever they paint fresco maybe? Whenever they paint the exterior, because the cool thing with it is that these are like hundreds of years old, and the paint still is very, very like visible and stuff. So that was the other one we did. That one was more boring. The castle one was cooler, but my dad loves his churches. Wife is still sleeping, so no board games. I get to watch Baja instead. That sounds like a win-win for everyone. She gets sleep, you don't get mauled by her, and you get to watch me. Is it just murals? Okay. What is a fresco? Fresco is a technique of mural painting executed upon freshly laid wet lime plaster. Water is used as a vehicle, the dry powder. So yeah, I think it actually is frescoes. For at least for the ones that we went and saw. Oh, we got a lobby. All right, we got a lobby. We are good to go. This is going to be back to Infernal Shrines. Did you see my redeems? You didn't respond to them? I literally did, actually. I literally said... we'll get to it after this game. I even said, thank you, Freaky. I literally did. Did you get through that boss in Stellar Blade? Yeah, I beat the game. It's done. Stellar Blade is done, and it's in the list of completed games. Exclamation games if you want to see that. Okay. Waiting for readies, and then we're good to go for Infernal Shrines. Yeah, the latter half of Stellar Blade I'm not too fond of. I really think that everything... They ramped up the difficulty, and I don't see why. They also dragged on a couple sections that I just was like, this feels like the game is just dragging on. Like let's conclude this story. Everything up until that point had been pretty, I wouldn't say linear, but like you go to an area, you do like a little bit, and then you fight a boss, you move on. And this one was literally like sneak puzzle section with a laser, then jump puzzle section, then a running section, and then there was another running section with now you're being shot at by a bunch of turrets, and then like it was just, and then there was a section where you have to go turn on a computer, but they put like 50 enemies in the area. Then when you turn on that computer, that opens a door. Then to go through the next door, then you go through that door and there's an elevator, but you can't go through that elevator yet because you need to go into another room and fight a boss and then go push another button. Then you can go down the elevator. Like, it just dragged on like that. It just dragged on like that for just way too long. And that part I didn't like. Like, and then after all of that, they basically had like 5 bosses in a row. And I feel like you could have basically had all of those sections with those bosses and it would have been a bit more balanced. But it was basically like a chunk of running section and then a chunk of bosses and then the end of the game. And I just, that was a nuisance. We are dropping frames, by the way, so I am going to lower our bitrate and text our Spectrum contact.
Infernal shrines.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. Thank you for your patience between the games as we get into map number 1 of this next series. We've got Infernal Shrines. This is the lower bracket final, and it will be Team Gachi on the left, Team Megumi in the red. We've got, give me 1 second. So we've got a few bans already happening. It is the Meta Madness style of draft. The heroes that are picked and played cannot be carried over. So if we get a first pick URL, she cannot be played in the remainder of the series, but bans do not carry over as Team Gachi does not like fun. We do also have some pre-bans in the tournament. It is going to be Anduin, Blaze, Brightwing, Chen, Chromie, Diablo, Genji, Hanzo, Hogger, Junkrat, Lucio, Mal'Ganis, Stitches, Sylvanas, and Vala. Those 15 heroes were voted on by Ridzu's community. Ridzu is the tournament organizer. I believe it was initially 20 heroes that were removed, but the top 5 donors got to save 5 heroes, one of them being Johanna. I think Hammer was also saved in that mix as well. So, we have the Johanna, Maev. They will be picked up by Gachi. Gumi will first pick the Dahaka. We're back on Infernal Shrines. And I think that covers all the housekeeping. Happy Sunday. Thank you for hanging out with me, everybody.
Will not be denied.
And hopefully you're enjoying the casting commentary and cozy games. Gul'dan Ariel, great combination together. I love it a ton. Great battery, wave clear. If the Cho'Gall was not banned, I would legitimately be like, this is a great Cho'Gall setup here. Unfortunately, the Cho'Gall has been banned. Arthas will be removed. I think, like, Arthas right now in this tournament with the tank pool where it sits, I think Arthas is in a fantastic spot. So I really, really like his playstyle. This could be also Team Megumi going for Varian. Varian has been played pretty consistently into the Johanna in this tournament as well. Shadow Throw level 13 is a great response to her Iron Skin. And what are we going to get rid of here? Maybe like a Rhaegar? No, they'll get rid of Jaina. They don't want to deal with the slow. The wave clear is really good. Burst is on point as well. But Rhaegar's up. Like, if you want to get a baseline cleanse, that's fantastic. Rhaegar is really strong. If you want to go for more CC, I could see an avenue for Uther. Because you have that, like, Condemn, Umbral Bind. You could go for a stun with the Hammer of Justice as well.
I shall do what I must.
So,
My blades are yours.
by the way, that's the Alex Strauss skin we were talking about yesterday. Her mummy skin. With the Alex Strauss, though, like, I would expect something like a Kael'thas or a Mephisto to be able to get regeneration globes. I would. It doesn't have to be, but there's some great synergy with those on Infernal Shrine specifically. Last 2 picks, gonna need a main tank. I like the Varian still. And then you could look for some sort of sustained damage dealer, like a Greymane or a Raynor. Lunara's been played a bit. The Tyrael Tracer, I think, is pretty good. I mean, Swift Retribution potentially for more movement speed, possibly more attack. Possibly more attack speed for the Tracer. It could just be Burning Halo, which is the more common level 7. Yeah, there you go. Vita got it. I really do think we could see the Kael'thas. I think it slots into this. You've got a Gravity Lapse for some more control. Maybe you can follow that up with like a Bless Shield, or you can follow up a Containment Disc with Gravity Lapse, or Leap comes in afterwards as well. I think it's a great draft from both sides. Let's go ahead and get into it. Get your gambles in. Here we go. Map number 1.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
All right, here we go into map number 1 of this best of 3 series, lower bracket final. Loser takes 3rd place, and whatever prize pool is available for 3rd, winner moves on to the grand finals. Coming up next, best of 5 series. To the west is Team Gachi in the blue with Alex Straza, Johanna, Sonya, Maev, and Kael'thas.
10 seconds.
Team Megumi in the red on the right, Dahaka, Ariel, Gul'dan, Tracer, and
5,
Tyrael.
4, 3, 2, 1. To arms.
2 arms. Circle of Life, Zealous Glare, Furious Blow, Pursuit of Vengeance, and Mana Attic for Kael'thas. Tracer rounds. Justice for All, Pursuit of Flame, Searing Light, and Tissue Regeneration for the Dahaka. Condemn from Johanna goes out as she steps in. Gonna step up for the regeneration globe early on. Alex Straza getting pulled by that Dahaka. Gamer Boy trying to back away. Tracer has Alex Straza's number, and that'll be first blood over to the side of Agumi. Sonya clearing top. Dahaka meanders his way up here. Tracer will also harass onto Sonya. She has the Whirlwind activated. No drag to connect, and Tracer's unable to find a second kill. Drunes might thrown in. He'll teleport in as well. Detainment Strike creates a small moment where Tyrael might have been able to grab this objective, but unable to do so for the time being. Johanna will back away. Pulse Bomb was used by Tracer. A lot of health bars on the Gachi side are low, but won't be taken down. Yo, Deet, what's up, bud? Good morning. Morning to all the lurkers and chatters. Thanks for joining me on this Sunday. We're in our second best of 3. Winner of the series goes into the final series, which is a best of 5 grand finals. Coming up next. Early one today. Been an early one yesterday as well, and last weekend. These games start at 2 p.m. in Europe, so it's 5 a.m. for me. Early start time. Fell Flames continue to fly on out, but it doesn't seem like we'll have any completion of that quest yet. Up to 14 of the 30 stacks needed. And first objective is going to be that Frozen in the mid lane, announced in 10 seconds. But yeah, I've been waking up really early for this tournament. Hopefully this is the last tournament that starts at this time for a very long time. I really do. I love Heroes of Storm. I love what I get to do. Waking up at 3:45 is rough. Dahaka will start working on Fallen Shaman to the right side with a few allies. There is the Bruiser in top lane from Gachi. I think Dahaka's just going to look for the drag, pull it into tower shot range, and then head to the objective area. Might actually get the wave still, just to be able to get the experience and push closer to 7. Pulse Bomb, by the way, charged. Obviously, no level 10s, no upgrade. Umbral Pulse Tracer in, some Phantom Knives going out. 18-0 in defenders, favoring the members of Gachi. Alex Straza pops Dragon Queen. She has that abundance going down on the ground. Drag lands onto the dragon. Tracer a little bit low, blinks away. And this is just going to be objective won by Team Gachi. jumps. Gul'dan with a bit of drain as well. Frozen Punisher locking down the structure. And Johanna will be able to step forward. Team Gotchi with a pretty good start. They'll get the fort gate, and it looks like they're backing away. Kael'thas already heading into bottom lane. Punisher jumps over on the Tracer. And this Punisher will be taken down. Tracer chasing out. A little bit of damage onto the Maiev.
Blue team's Punisher has been slain.
Well, behind Pulse Bomb. Nice vault to the Wardens to avoid the Pulse Bomb damage. Tyrael still chasing in. That is going to be a recall, and then the blinks forward. And a second kill to Agumi. Gul'dan up to 19 stacks of the 30. It is going to be that swift retribution for the 45% movement speed bonus and also a 25% attack speed increase for that 2 seconds. Arcane Punisher. Going to be announced somewhere in the 6-minute 40 mark. Until then, we'll be on the trajectory for level 10s for both sides as we cycle through the other numbers. Any invade? No, okay. And the big thing to mention now is Alexstrasza does have the Circle of Life completed, so every abundance will spawn a globe, and that actually is Kael'thas now getting his 20th. So Kael'thas has the activation for the Arcane Barrier and will be able to continually build up his mana bar, 15 extra mana per globe, as well as your baseline scaling level, and then you'll increase your Arcane Barrier as well. Bottom lane fort gate being opened up. Johanna trying to rotate in, harassed by the Tyrael. Sorry, Johanna harassing Tyrael in the rotation down to bottom lane. Gravity Labs finds a massive stun onto the enemies. Umbrobind not going to pull Tracer. She recalls. And we will be seeing Sticky Bomb, I do believe. Sanctification, Horrify, Crystal Aegis, and Isolation. 10 seconds on this camp. Setting up for an invade. But I don't think they're going to, actually. Gul'dan playing it very safe. Super safe rotation. Checking bushes still just to get this bottom lane wave. Heroic-wise to the west. For Gotchi will be your Phoenix Leap, Bless Shield, Lifebinder. And we'll probably see Containment Disc. Warden's Cage. I feel like Warden's Cage is just a little too long of a cooldown. Maybe if it was, like, it's 100 seconds. It's got some good utility, but I think maybe, like, if it was, like, 80, might be seeing it a little bit more often, but I don't know. Don't know if you want to be able to activate that control every 80 seconds, though. You know, that's the big part with it. Containment Disc, though, is really low cooldown, in my opinion, at that 40 seconds for what it can supply or deny from the enemy team. Second objective is here. Gravity Lapse lands onto Dahaka. Sanctification comes down from Tyrael. Dahaka steps back into it. Containment Disc onto the Ariel on the right side. Tracer gets the Pulse Bomb into the Sonya. Blinks to the side. We do have the Horrify from Gul'dan, as well as Lifebinder Alexstrasza. Gravity Lapse. Crystal Aegis applied to this Dahaka. And the explosion zones the enemies back for a moment. A few well taps from the side of Agumi, and they'll step back in. Pursuit of Flame also done for Gul'dan, so he's got that range increase as well. Or 33% area increase. Was a contagion going out from Dahaka, and this is a lot of low health bars on the side of Gotchi. Is there a fell flame from Gul'dan to take down Maiev or Sonya? Doesn't look like it. Drag onto Kael'thas. Aldrune's might goes down. Containment Disc into Tyrael. Kael'thas is unable to back away, and Sonya will be also picked off. The Lurker Strain from Dahaka bonking. Umbra Bind onto Tyrael. He hugs the enemy wall to not be pulled too far in. And this is the rest of Agumi working on this objective, while Dahaka, I think he was considering going to go soak, but there's 32 defenders already picked up by Gotchi. Drag misses. Spirit of Vengeance goes in from the Maiev, and she'll be able to get the Umbral Blind onto Barlor. Tyrael Hearthing, Johanna's here. She'll step in, 32 to 37. Punisher picked up by Agumi. Containment Disc finds its way into Gul'dan. He gets the Horrify, though, right before that. Drag, Lifebinder. Maiev is okay for now. Vault of the Wards. There's a Blessed Shield. Big Condemn from Johanna. Leap in from Sonya. Gul'dan will be taken down. Maiev traded in this engagement, though. 6-1 in kills. Punisher is going to push in, but it doesn't seem like Agumi will sustain this pressure in the top lane. Alright, so next Punisher announced at 12:05. And until then, it's going to be the run to level 16 for Agumi because they've got this level lead. Talon's your advantage for now for quarter level. And it's going to be your holy ground for Tyrael. Okay. No structures taken down. Mid lane fort around 50% for Team Agumi, the lowest structure on the map. And we'll see mid lane will be that next Punisher as well. Minion wave and mid's going to get some damage onto this, but won't take down the structure. Gul'dan, he'll be able to quickly clear that as well. Kael'thas, by the way, at 10 minutes and 15 seconds, 42 regeneration globes. Even Talon's Gul'dan rotates in. Pulse Bomb with Sticky Bomb lands into the Johanna. The Lifebinder will connect and trigger. Dahaka's Isolation applied. But the camp will still be picked up by Agumi. And I don't think it's going to get any wave or lane pressure. Tracer trying to weaken this fort gate a little bit so that if they get the next Punisher, they can at least play further into this fort. Gravity goes out. Spirit of Vengeance, but no trigger to teleport in. So still a minute till that announcement, and we've got less than a level for 16 on the side of Agumi. Oh no, Dahaka top lane. Essence activated. He will be taken down. That's a good chunk of experience for Gachi. Tracer stepping in. They're going to try and go for this 4v5, okay? Less shield into Tracer. Sonya Leap does not get the stun. Tracer gets the recall. The Gravity Lapse of the Crystal Aegis will be also utilized. Horrify. Pulse Bomb lands onto the Sonya. Lightbinder will be used. Ariel gets the Containment Strike, but no wall connection onto the Maiev, who will Spirit of Vengeance to the left side. This Johanna's getting a little bit low. The Fell Flame almost enough. The Shield Glare denies any auto attacks from Tracer. And the Camp Invade will be successful, and the Dahaka kill as well. That's a really good pickup for Gachi. Experience-wise, huge.
Another shrine will be ready soon.
And 52 regeneration globes on the Kael'thas. Make it 54 here. His mana bar is currently 1,450, if you're wondering. All right, Dahaka's back. It is 16 talents here to Agumi. 15 and a quarter for Gachi, so they still will be down the talents. Actually, hold on, they just jumped up rapidly to over 15 and a half from some of these waves being picked up. Camps as well. Rampant Hellfire is a big thing to mention for the Gul'dan. You also have Heraldric Reforging, Reservoir of Hope, Elongated Tongue, and Tracer does pick up the Ricochet as well. Isolation from Dahaka connects onto Kael'thas in the back line. He'll get hit with a Containment Disc. There is going to be... No, that's Crystal Aegis, No, that's Containment Disc, sorry. The Phoenix from Kael'thas threw me off, and Dahaka will be taken down. Gachi are going to find another kill. And Agumi might be forced back in this moment. Wow. That's a bit rough, honestly, for Agumi. They had some really good momentum building in their favor, and back-to-back Dahaka deaths are pretty much equalized the map, and now that we're going to be seeing an advantage to Gachi as they'll take down this mid lane fort, they're going to keep gate. Sonya's still split pushing top lanes. Johanna grabbing bottom lane wave. This is really good macro from Gachi. I think they're going to safe siege onto the mid lane keep gate. Probably let the Punisher advance onto the keep. Yep. Kael'thas and Johanna will rotate into bottom lane. Sonya will grab that Impaler on the left side from mid lane. Phoenix summon, sustained damage is good. Minion wave inspired, bottom lane fort. Containment just misses onto Tyrael. They'll try and clear out the wave and try and save this bottom lane fort. Next Punisher contestable at the 17-minute mark about. Somewhere in the 16 ballpark we'll have that announcement. Dahaka, he's going to be able to get this top lane fort for the team. Next Punisher is bottom lane, though. And Gachi will be able to take down this fort. They still have Fort Gate available. Gachi is scaling. Kaimo said it, but we'll see if Agumi can shut down any further advantage that Gachi's been creating. Dahaka did push the wave up a little bit more in top lane after getting that fort, but is just going to back away safely with his allies. Does not want to get ganked. Spirit of Vengeance. Containment just misses onto Tracer. Drag finds no target either. Pulse Bomb. Ball to the Wardens, forced out. 13-second cooldown. Horrified Drag. There's so much being used onto Johanna, but the Lightbinder from Alexstrasza will go out. The Blessed Shield as well. A few slams from this Sonya. A very low Maiev is trying to back away. We'll get a quick heal from Alexstrasza. They go back in. Detainment Strike, repeated defense completed for the damage increase, and Tracer takes down Maiev. Alexstrasza steps up for the regeneration globe. 75 regeneration globes on Kael'thas. Up to 1,810 mana currently. I don't know if I've seen a Kael'thas at 16 minutes with 77 globes. I understand the Alexstrasza one, but they're still doing fantastic double soaking rotations to camps as well for more stacks. We do have Sonya able to back away in top lane. Maiev still dead for 7. Dahaka brush talking in. Pulse Bomb into the Sonya. And they'll get the staggered deaths as the shrine will activate. Well, that is an unfortunate staggered death. So Sonya will be dead for still another 20 or so seconds when this objective is contestable. Tracer gets the top right Fallen Shaman. Bottom lane Fort Gate still up, and we get that 20 talent tiers. You hear the music shift. And you get the total recall for Tracer. Haunt, Gul'dan, Shield of Hope. Sanctification upgrade with the Holy Arena, 1 second duration increase, and allies within it get the 25% damage increase now. And you got the Contagion for the Dahaka. So while this objective is being worked on, Gul'dan and Dahaka break clear, building up energy for Ariel for more Reservoir of Hope stacks. Tracer and assist Tyrael in grabbing the Impaler camp from mid lane. I was thinking they might try and open up the Fort Gate at bottom. Maiev with some Phantom Knives over the wall scouts this, but they're not going to invade. Just want to get that level 20. Kael'thas will be able to grab it in top lane with Alexstrasza. Punisher's been grabbed. Maiev has the Vigorous Vaulter automatically at 20 for the second charge. Ignore Pain, Radiating Faith, Ritual of Life, Flamethrower. We'll see what sort of Shadow Orb Maiev grabs. I believe that's going to be Vengeance. Dahaka's in top lane, getting another wave, so I think the commitment is going to be to fort and then back off. Maybe they, actually, you know what? Maybe they can pressure on to keep gate a little bit. This Punisher's already low, and yeah, they're going to back away. Just look for mid lane pressure now. Impaler camp's been pushing in. All right. About sub 21 minutes will be the next announcement, if you're wondering. As Kael'thas is nearing 100 regeneration globes. This is the most I've actually seen for a Mana Addict, I think, ever. 2,000 mana, by the way. Horrified from Gul'dan pushes the Sonya and Kael'thas off to the side. The isolation onto Alexstrasza was used as well. Can they take down This Johanna leaping from Sonya. Crystal Aegis applied containment disc onto the Tracer. A bit of a stall in the fight as the Ritual of Life applies to Maiev. She'll be pushed back by a Detainment Strike. Living Bomb onto the Dahaka. He'll step into a bush for a little bit of movement speed bonus. Drag misses. Now Straza gets another circle down, or another abundance out. And we go back into wave clear. I think this is just wave clear until the next objective. Maybe... I was looking to see if there's any camp invade potentials, but I don't think that's going to happen. Tension continues to build in this map number 1 of the lower bracket final. Material. Maiev is split from her team, but I don't think she's been scouted. Material has been. Containment disc onto Dahaka. And this will be a Gumi members backing away a little bit. Instead of the announcement for the next Punisher, it's got to be like, I think it's what, like 30 seconds from now? Maybe less? Ford is still available in top lane. Dahaka's been doing great, a lot of work, excuse me, to make sure that this top lane wave isn't pushing onto the fort. Not losing too much there. Possible invade onto this camp. Dahaka brush talking in. Crystal Aegis applied. Horrify from Gul'dan. Isolation lands. Dahaka with the Dark Swarm on this point. We do have Gotchi getting the Alex Straza Lifebinder. We have Sanctification down on this as well. The camp is going to be stolen away by Team Agumi. Fell Flames from Gul'dan in this little corridor are great because he does have that Rampant Hellfire, and he's just going to chunk into Sonya here. She should be dead. Meanwhile, Tracer recalls. She's going to try and get away. She's actually still trying to get the kill into this Johanna. Pulse Bomb, Sticky Bomb, almost gets the kill. She blinks forward and will confirm it. I still think they're playing for Punisher, though. I don't think it's like run through bottom lane or something. Top lane, keep gate is weakened. Possibly grab the Fallen Shaman and leave like Gul'dan on the objective. Yeah, that's... Gul'dan is great shrine clear, so he's absolutely okay on this by himself. And some earlier siege to possibly guarantee you map number 1 for Agumi. Gul'dan had such a good fight in that corridor, as I was saying. Rampant Hellfire for 60% spell power. Increase on the Fell Flame. Or Fell Flame damage increased by 60% is a better way to say it. Correct way to say it. 18 Reservoir of Hope stacks for Ariel as well. She's got quite a big energy bar, right? Yeah. Not almost 1,000 additional energy because of Reservoir of Hope. Alright, 2 Fallen Shamans have been grabbed. Gul'dan taps well. They have 39 the objective. They're going to let the Fallen Shaman get into wave. Maybe Dahaka grabs one more wave in mid just to alleviate some pressure. That fort did fall as well. And, is he grabbing another camp? This is going to be a little weird because the Fallen Shaman will be cleared away. Interesting. Okay. So Tracer shows mid. She'll clear out the minion wave. That does open up the window for this Fallen Shaman up top to be cleared out. And Tyrael gets the last defender here. Up in top lane. Frozen Punisher advances through the lane. Tracer burned a few blinks there as she was trying to get away from Maiev. Making sure she doesn't get caught out. Dahaka quickly getting a bit more clear in bottom as there are 2 stacked up catapults. Impalers will clear those away. We'll see if Dahaka brush talks in. Punisher jumps over onto this Johanna. She will be able to get Iron Skin. Dahaka did brush talk over to the top lane. Minion wave inspired. Catapult to Seer. Punisher with 79% HP overall. Less shield from the Johanna. Detainment Strike pushes her back. Radiating Faith was that level 20 pickup. Shield of Hope from Ariel will also trigger too. Top lane keep has gone down. Sanctification to try and chase in. That's going to be a drag out of the Johanna. And this might be a Gumi advancing into core for map 1 victory. Alex Rosa pops Dragon Queen. Core defenses are out. Punisher being cleared. Sonya leaps in. There's a bit of a split fight or split call. Dan getting some assistance from Tyrael and Ariel while Tracer and Dahak are on core. Punisher's gone down. I don't think we really need to count that cooldown because this is the core faulting, and Agumi will have map number 1 in the lower bracket best of 3 finals. GG, well played. 1 map away from advancing into the grand finals. Up next versus Team Gummis. Well, let's roll those ads, get those out of the way, and get ready for the next map. We'll find out if this will be a 2-0 or if Gotchi can rally up against Agumi. All right, there's that. Of our treat for the good boy. Yeah, good job. You did such a good job casting that game, bud. Thanks for the redemption. Alrighty. So what shall we see for the next map? Are we heading back to Battlefield of Eternity again? Is it going to be another day of Battlefield of Eternity? Lobby invite. I am honored. Players on same sides. All right. Oh, I forgot to push the add button. Whoopsies. All right, so that should be good. Yeah, we should be good on ads. Okay. All right, we'll get into this next map. It is going to be Battlefield, by the way. It is going to be Battlefield, so not really that surprising, but we got that. We'll get our last players in here, and then see what happens. Do you have sap on your paws, bud? What's up? He did get some sap on his paws a couple days ago, but I think most of it's gone. It's still kind of bothering him a little bit. It's like when you get, if you ever use, like, super glue or anything, or, like, epoxy, not epoxy, but, like, super glue, where you get, like, a little bit of that glue on your finger, and, like, for, like, a few days, like, there's, like, another layer of, there's just, like, that extra layer on your finger. It's just weird, so I'd assume it's the same for him. But either way, we've got our Battlefield map coming up next. And, yeah, thanks for hanging out with us on this Sunday, everybody. Appreciate it. A lot of places you can be watching content on Twitch, so thanks for choosing our channel. And we'll just get our last 2 players into this lobby and figure out what's going to go on for Battlefield. Let's see. Alright, so I will have to update my stream title score as well, or the best of in the stream title for the next series. Yeah, like a film, exactly. So I'd assume it's the same for him, because he was walking a little weird the day that it happened, when he got the sap on his paw, but then the next day we went for a walk and he was fine, so I think he just kind of wore most of it off. I also think he kind of got used to it as well. But good stuff. We'll find out if this will be a 2-0 or not. We are kind of speedrunning today a little bit, though. If it is 2 2-0s, And we go into the grand finals. It might be an early day for me, which, you know what? Maybe I'll, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out what to cook today. I got takeout yesterday before D&D, which was okay. It was honestly okay. I think I just need to cook more food because the takeout lately has been kind of subpar. We also are still like in peak tourism time for us. So a lot of things are kind of half-assed, I feel. Or rushed. But we had a good D&D session last night. We're leveling up, so I gotta look up I'm gonna do that today and look up the next level stuff for my character. Yeah, the finals are best of 5. Yeah, the finals are best of 5. The lower bracket finals best of 3. Alrighty. Still just waiting on one player to join the lobby. Probably just went to the bathroom or something. What, Ninja? Also, thanks again for the reference art in the Discord. Appreciate that, bud. So we'll take a look at that for Wednesday. We'll figure out what we're going to be doing. I gotta say, though, I am super looking forward to Tuesday. We got Gamescom. Gamescom on Tuesday. Yeah, I was like, that's probably got to be an autocorrect statement. I read that like 3 times, and I was like, I don't know what he's saying. Speed running means I should actually... Okay, there you go. I was like, stop rubbing means what? Rip oints? God dang, those oints. All in or no balls? Wow. Freaky did win a lot of channel points yesterday and was saying that I think they're happy to donate more to today.
Battlefield of eternity.
I mean, we've already had one reveal, Vita. We've already had one trailer. I'm hoping we get a pre-order, I hope they literally say pre-orders are available, because I will pre-order it immediately. Deluxe version and all. I'm so pumped for Revelation, dude. Here we go. Map number 2 in our second best of 3. This is the lower bracket final.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine. You just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Tier 3 sub.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Oh my fucking god, fucking
Tier 3 sub.
holy shit, what the fuck?
For my sub message this month, I am giving the mic over to Potato and Mocha. Bark 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 bark. A woo, sneeze bark 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 bark. A woo, sneeze bark 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 bark. A woo, sneeze. Bark bark.
Lard, thank you for the tier 3 for 66 months. See, I told you all, the tier 3 alert is the best tier 3 alert in all of Twitch. Thank you so very much for the tier 3 for 66 months. Really, really do appreciate it. What's up, Dings? Good to see you today, bud. Cho'Gall, Deathwing to be banned away by Gotchi. Agumi will ban away the Li Ming and Hammer as we get into Battlefield of Eternity. Arthas is up for this map, and I really do like the Arthas quite a bit for this map. But it will be Yrel and Falstad. Garrosh for Team Gotchi. Anyone gonna prioritize Kira here?
Anytime you're ready.
Oh, dings. There are layers to that question that I honestly cannot answer because they've definitely done some interesting stuff with the story. I feel like there's a lot of weirdness. Aerith says a lot of weird things in conversations in the game, and it's like, what are you getting at? But either way, good to see you. All right, so we've got Garrosh, Raynor and Leoric for Gachi, Yrel, Falstad, and what are we going to be seeing ban-wise? Could just get rid of... I've been talking about it a lot. Rhaegar is up and available. I think he's, like, top-tier healer. But it will be white main to be removed. Sally Thigh main is out of this. I still think Rhaegar is a solid ban. But either way, it'll be Arthas removed, as I have talked about my excitement for him quite a bit. I think Syndra Ghost is really good. We were seeing it used a lot yesterday for just team engagements, and I get why and everything, but yeah, I love it for locking down structures. Muradin Deckard is great control. On top of the Yrel as well, can amplify the opportunities for Falstad, as typically for this map ESQ build. That's going to be Akira for Team Gachi, and they'll need a healer as well. Will we see Uther? Uther was being run with Kira yesterday so that you could Divine Shield Kira during Unrelenting Strikes, so no one could stun her out of it, and it was really good utility.
I will fight to my last breath.
Alright, we got Rhaegar. That Kira skin is sick, though, by the way. The Mad Max skin that they made for her. Yrel, Falstad, some sustained damage. Lunara's been picked up a lot for this map. It could just be Hypercarry Falstad and they go Artanis. Get the suppression pulse and everything, but I don't know if you want to lean that much heavily onto just Falstad.
From order comes justice.
What kind of Tassadar is this going to be? So, you know what? You know what I think it is? I think it's Black Hole Tassadar to push back the enemy. So you basically have two forms of Gust in this game. I think that's why we're seeing it. Force Wall is also a really good way to block anyone from advancing forward with the Kira, because Kira can gap her team pretty easily. So then you Force Wall block the enemies, then maybe collapse on the Kira. Let's get into the game and find out. Here we go. We do have a big gamble on Gachi from somebody. Also, by the way, we do have a brand new Tier 1 gift a sub alert. Tim Curry will fly off to space if you'd like to gift a sub. I went half all in because I need to do it for another maybe 6 games. That's A. Thank you, Freaky. That's a good way to go about it. Well, if anyone wants to play the odds, there you go. We'll see if Kaimo remembers to gamble. The last place not tainted by capitalism? Exactly, dings. Bum, bum, bum.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
All right, everybody, here we go. Map number 2 in this lower bracket best of 3 final. Team Gachi down, looking to head into the map number 3 with a Battlefield of Eternity victory with the Raynor, Garrosh, Rhaegar, Leoric, and Kira. In the red on the right, Team Megumi looking for the 2-0 victory to then head into the grand finals. Up next versus Gummis in a best of 5 series. Muradin, Yrel, Tassadar, Deckard, and Falstad.
2, 1.
Gathering Storm, Sapphire, Dwarf Block, Dauntless, Exterminator, Maximum Effort. As we also get that Unrivaled Strength. Tassadar level 1. I don't think you want to go into Kydarian Amulet. It's going to be Static Charge, Colossal Totem, and Osin's Renewal. Okay. I was assuming Shock Ray at level 1. I was thinking maybe we also could see Psy Infusion as well. It might be like a Psy Storm build, but you do have that Thermal Lance at level 16, which is going to be a huge way to chunk onto Garrosh and Leoric. Force Wall checks the bush. Garrosh just above as Deckard sets up some potions. Garrosh steps out. Auto attack from Tassadar gets the dismount. Murden now dwarf tossing in. This Garrosh now trying to back away. And can they get the kill into Garrosh? The false step barrel rolls forward. Cleanse from Rhaegar with that purge and a quick chain heal as well. Groundbreaker again. Stormbolt is the answer. And a Force Wall again from Tassadar just to block the Garrosh. Penetrating round from Raynor. That's the old Brood War skin, isn't it, for Raynor? Another penetrating round, but that is Raynor rooted for a moment here with a big carnage through the enemy. And the inspiration on the minion wave will persist. All right. Leoric is just able to clear out top. We have 12 stacks on the Falstead, by the way. 25 for this Tassadar Static Charge. Yrel with the Righteous Hammer. Falstead is here as well. A few autos will come through. The penetrating round pushes Yrel back. Garrosh is going to get a Groundbreaker. Yrel with another Righteous Hammer to back away. Vindication. There will be an Avenging Rat to back off. Hammering from Falstead flies out, but First Blood will be over to the side of Gotchi into Yrel. And with that kill, the level 4 will be pushed up a little bit faster. We do have that fight or flight for the Raynor. And Snaring Swing at level 4 as well for Kira. No upstage or anything. And the Orc will increase the Skeletal Swing slope from 40 to 60% with the Paralyzing Rage. You do get that Aegis of Light for the Ariel. For the Yrel, sorry. 2 stacks need for Falstead to hit that first milestone. Otherwise, it's pretty standard level 4s. No Sledgehammer Murden. Falstead in top lane. Just sees the Kira, immediately barrel rolls away. 1, trying not to give stacks. 2, doesn't want to get caught by the grapple or the revolving sweep, because it is assumed that Garrosh is nearby, and Indomitable will trigger. Groundbreaker goes out. Skeleton Swing from the Orc. We do have Murden thrown off to the side. He's going to try and get away with a Dwarf Toss, and will be able to do so. The pressure from the side of Gotchi really good here in map number 2. Revolving Sweep focuses onto Yrel. Murden thrown to the side. Dwarf tossing back in. The first Immortal phase, the first half of the race in favor of Team Gotchi, as Gamerboy's going to get chunked. We do have Kira trying to get out of here, but will be taken down by Murden. Hammering for falls up to 34 stacks. We do have this Shock Ray, and it's Deckard Cain to take down the Bone King. Deckard Cain booting up his Diablo 3, apparently. So Falstead races on the right side. Raynor's going to try and step up. Garrosh maybe trying to manipulate Murden's positioning, but he'll back away, gets the Stormbolt into Raynor. Indomitable looking for the Groundbreaker, and this race is easily going to be over the side of Gotchi. Some damage onto the shielding.
Our triumph brings order to this realm.
Okay. Grapple hook goes up. You do have your Leoric, Yrel in bottom lane. Yeah, there has been some role swaps on a couple players here and there, which has been interesting. I mean, Gotchi has been playing... Gotchi was playing a lot of Garrosh in the past, now Gotchi is going to be on that Rhaegar this time, so... Bit of role swapping a little bit here. Groundbreaker. There's a penetrating round as well. The Wrecking Ball does not throw Murden out of position. Larian in this top lane has taken down the Fort Gate. Carnage from Kier going out, up to 78 stacks currently. Actually make it 80. Penetrating round, a Groundbreaker misses. Murden trying to get that heavy impact slow and pressure into this garage. Also looking for those baseline stacks. Top fort goes down. And the early game lead in map number 2 is going to be over to the side of Team Gachi, but this is Murden playing aggressive. They're going to let the keep gate clear out the Immortal and try and dive onto the enemies. Big Avenging Wrath from Yrel. So that Righteous Momentum level 7. She'll charge up that hammer. Grapple hook from Kira. Shock Ray down onto this Garrosh, and he's zoned by the scroll ceiling. Kira is isolated from her team, and this is what I was talking about in the draft. The Illidan effect, as I also called it yesterday, where you can really gap your team. She'll be taken down, but up to 131 stacks. Pretty good stackage for her. Bolt. Hammering goes out, and Leorc will be able to Wraith Walk away. Alright, what do we got for a level 10s here? Leorc is just going to try and pressure onto Yrel a little bit. He'll Wraith Walk forward. Able to avoid the Righteous Hammer. Great damage onto Yrel. She's going to be forced to Hearth back. But the 20 seconds is not that big of a deal. Alright. Unrelenting Strike, Hyperion. Unrelenting Strikes. Hyperion. Entomb, Warlord's Challenge, and the Ancestral. As this camp will push in for 20. And we do have Immortals on defensive sides. Yrel is going to face check push, find the Garrosh, Righteous Hammer. She'll be thrown to the side. Does she have a way to get out of here with Avenging Wrath or anything? Or is she going to be able to get the Ardent Defender in time? Gets a whole heckload of healing. Black Hole from the Tassadar going out. The Gust from Falstad as well. Rhaegar will get the self-cast Ancestral and then be ally thrown out by Garrosh, who's also going to be low here. Gets a few Bloodthirst. That will be an interrupt onto the Unrelenting Strikes Kira. Fatal Wounds completed. But she'll be taken down by Yrel. That is every heroic burned as well from that fight. Leorc goes to manage the top lane Fallen Shaman. I do believe the first half of this race should go over to the side of Team Megumi. But the Kira death timer is relatively low, so we'll see where the Immortals go for the next positioning. Will it be going over to race potential sides or to north-south locations? No one saw that Tassadar. Yrel is going to manage bottom lane a little bit here, as Raynor did have that inspiration on the wave. It is 4v5. And as I mentioned, we do have that first half over to Agumi. Warlord's Challenge onto Yrel. Do we have any sort of Ardent Defender? Not for 40 seconds, but the potions are going to be there from Deckard Cain. The Entomb does capture a few, but Deckard still had potions coming out. For Roger Cube thrown in, and this is going to be spell armor reduced by Falstad. Tassadar able to get the kill, and this will be your Immortal very hardy and healthy heading into bottom or top? Bottom lane, as the gate is still available. Yeah, what's up, Killer? How you doing, bud? Alright, second Immortal to Agumi, who are starting to lead the map in experience. We'll see if they're able to get this fort taken down and maybe go beyond that. They still have to get through the gate.
The demon moves to the gates of heaven.
Righteous Hammer pushes Raynor back. We do have Scrollless Ceiling getting the root as well. Hyperion to be summoned. Murden up to 65 stacks on the baseline. Sidewall's taken down. Falstad continues to soak top. It actually looks like he's going to be rotating in with the rest of the team to bottom lane. Leorc maybe looking for an angle on an Entomb. Yrel, Warlord's Challenge. Does she have the Ardent Defender? She will. The Ancestor goes out into Garrosh, but that is going to be denied. Or sorry, 75% of it's going to be denied by the Haradra Cube Emerald of Deckard Cain. Immortal around 50%. This is Leorc trying to Wraith Walk away. They're going to chase onto him, but he's going to be taken down by Falstad. who gets the gap closer with barrel roll. Immortal cleared away, a little bit of damage onto Keep Gate, but the Talontier advantage level lead is all to Agumi. 12.5 to 13.5, 7-1 in kills. I'm sorry to hear that, Killer. Well, hopefully the day improves, and maybe the casting will bring you some positivity. But I appreciate you joining us and being here with us. 194 stacks for your Kira, by the way. 71 for the Falstad of the 80 for his next milestone, and it looks like, I think Leorc showing top lane. I'm not sure if Kira did pop up on the map, but Yrel is going to charge up the Righteous Hammer and join the allies, as we do have this Ancient Blessings from Deckard called down. That was that sort of golden activation. And Keepgate gets opened up. They'll back away. Raynor might throw Hyperion onto this Keep Gate. I mean, it's 7 seconds. No, they're not going to burn it. Just going to inspire the wave and Hearth out. Won't be ganked or taken down. And the next phasing for the Immortal will be on defensive sides, as we naturally see that blue team vision on the minimap. And Sister up in 10, Ardent Defender up in 27, everything else ready to rock and roll.
We immortals shall return before long.
Yeah, honestly, Killer, on days like that, that's all you can really do sometimes, is just try and be a little positive, find little lights here and there. Murden stepping up into Raynor. Garrosh steps out of the bush. There's a cleanse onto Raynor as well. 60-second cooldown. And now Indomitable from Garrosh is activated for Roger Q, but the Emerald applied for that minus 75 healing for 4 seconds. The Immortals responding. Murden Dwarf tossed in again. Stormbolt lands. Unable to step up any further. Hammering onto Leoric. He'll start Wraith walking out. Did go into Spectral Leech at 13. That's a beautiful Force Wall to follow up the Savage Spin of Belith. Beautiful Force Wall from Endless. I got, like, that was S+ positioning. And this will be the first half of the Immortal race immediately picked up by Agumi.
I must find another way.
Alright, Yrel clears out bottom. Falstead will reset for full mana, as that Flow Rider can really start burning through your mana pool, so long as you're not taking damage. We talked about it earlier today. Revolving Sweep. Into the Unrelenting Strike. Stay a while, and don't Unrelenting Strike anymore, Kira. Another Force Wall, a Black Hole, a Falstead barrel rolls in, and that'll be Ancient Blessings triggered as Leoric is going to get it in too. He'll try and Wraith walk away. Murden Dwarf tossing in, lands the Stormbolt into the Rhaegar intended for this Leoric, and that'll be Leoric with the into the fray, out of the engagement. The Murden thrown to the side. The Ancestral will connect onto Garrosh, and this is a race continuing in favor of Agumi. They do have the 16 talent to your advantage. Raynor and Leoric trying to race over here. Immortal will steal away the kill with that Demonic Explosion. And the nice thing about seeing an enemy die with the Immortal damage is we can find out the exact name. Yep, Demonic Explosions, actually. It's plural. I think everything is, like, heaven and hell themed, so I think if Alarian, the Blue Angel, was the one that did that, it would have been, like, Angelic Explosions or something like that, so. But, either way, let's get into it. 16 talents here, another Force Wall. Haradra Cube with the Sapphire for that slow. The Indomitable from Garrosh steps up, tries to throw Murden, does get the Warlord's challenge, but Yrel creating a bit more space for Murden to back away afterwards with that Righteous Hammer flank. Hyperion from Raynor summoned. It has some strafing shots. It zones back the enemies a little bit. Tassadar does have that Thermos Lance level 16, and he's almost done with the static charge for the increased damage. Also keep in mind, Deckard with the Heraldric Staff. The glow on his staff, which you can see right now, signifies that he has that 0.75 second stun. It's a really low cooldown as well at 5 seconds. Immortal. We have Kira trying to flank onto the enemy. Stay a while and listen. Interrupted by the Revolving Sweep. Ancient Blessings. There's the Entomb, but a stun into Kira. She'll be interrupted again. Unable to get Unrelenting Strikes triggered. A great Ancestral will connect onto Leoric. The Immortal has been taken down. Stay a while onto 3 enemies. Avenging Wrath the Warlord challenge. And that'll be Garrosh taken down. A Righteous Hammer pushes Raynor back, but they're going to be able to take down Leoric. This is a scrollless ceiling connecting onto your Rhaegar. Murden taking some tower shots, but he's fine. Minion wave has arrived. The keep is going to be taken down. And Agumi, do they have the chops? Do they have the available damage and health to be able to go into the core? I think they get keep and they back away. I don't think they have the available time, health, and damage to be able to take down keep and core, but this is a huge advantage for Team Agumi. 2-level lead, 13 kills, ahead of the enemy, 14-1. And 101 stacks for Falstead, 49 to go on that level 1 to be able to get the 150 milestone, or mythic. Fallen Shaman stolen away for bottom lane. There is an Impaler camp that looks like that's going to be the rotation too. And Falstead, he'll go ahead and grab the Kozler camp up top. 112 for Murden, by the way. He's 48 stacks away from finishing out his baseline. 259 for the Kira, 29 Mithril Mace stacks on Leoric. And this camp will be... It was assumed that Agumi was on this, but they back away, they play it safe. They recall for full mana health and grab their own Fallen Shaman for top lane. The Impaler camp that Falstead grabbed, he will reset for full mana and health as well. And we've got the Immortals up in 9 seconds with 3/4 of a level for 20 for Agumi. What is this flank? Little bush party over here. Rhaegar's not in the bush, by the way. There's no eye over his head. Garrosh steps out. Raynor activates his Inspiration, Herodric Cube, Emerald. There's the edge of Raynor's boot caught, but he gets the Ancestral and most of it mitigated. The the Gust from Falstead pushing back. The Stay a While and Listen will go out. Raynor taken down by Tassadar Black Hole. And we do have your Garrosh Rhaegar to fall. The Bonk Staff from Deckard into Kira. Gets the stun. And I don't think you need to get the Immortal here. This is Leoric, the lone defender. Top lane wave is pushed up onto the core. Shielding is already broken from the catapults in Kozler camp. Fallen Shaman already cleared away. And I don't know if we're going to get a Finland. Leoric does get the Wraithwalk just before the Stormbolt connects. And this is map number 2 over to the side of Agumi. They will take this map 2. They are going to be able to advance into the grand finals. And Gotchi will take 3rd place here in the Meta Madness number 4. GG, well played. As we get set up for our best of 5 grand finals. All right, well, we have a sub goal to basically get some snacks and stuff for the September subathon. If you'd like to help us push up for that, it's much appreciated. As we are looking to just push up the sub goals, so that way we can sustain full-time streaming, bring you these amazing casting days, I guess mornings realistically. But either way, let's go ahead and get ready for the grand finals, everyone. It's exciting. We're going to see Team Gummis versus Agumi. All right, there we go. All right, so what are we going to be seeing for our first map? You think we're going to go back? Think we're going to be going back to Battlefield or Infernal Shrines for map number 1 like we always do? Looks like they've already made the first lobby. And it's going to be Haunted Mines. Okay, I am going to go ahead and grab myself a cup of tea and run to the bathroom, and then we will continue casting. Oh, also, this was redeemed yesterday, and I do apologize. There was, Be Crazy did redeem the dental treat, so we'll do that when I come back as well. Go to Towers of Doom. Were there any map bans for this? I'm just going to ask the players if there's any map bans. Towers of Doom and Hanamura. Okay, sorry, Kaimo. Towers of Doom was banned away. Towers of Doom and Hanamura were banned away for this series. Sorry, bud. Sorry, my dude. All right. This, and then banning Towers of Doom is despicable. Ugh. There we go. Okay. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Appreciate it. So we've got our players into lobby. And as I said, this was redeemed yesterday, so we'll get the dental treat for the good boy. Yeah, good job, Bandit. All right. I was Be Crazy redeemed that yesterday, and it literally remembered after I was done streaming that it was redeemed, so we got that taken care of. We've got our grand final shirt on. And we'll get going into map number 1 in just a moment. For this Grand Finals Haunted Mines, sorry. I'm going to see if I can get one more block of ads out of the way before we get into this as well. Just so we get a nice gap here. So this will be Team Gummis for map 1 on Haunted Mines. Good luck, everyone. All right. I was just thanking Ridzu for an amazing tournament as we get into this. So here we go, everyone. Map number 1, best of 5 grand finals. Stream title should be updated. I believe it is. Let's just check really quickly. Indeed. All right. Here we go.
Haunted Mines.
Welcome in, everybody, into the grand finals of the Meta Madness number 4. This is Ridzu's tournament, so Meta Madness number 4, and we are here in this Haunted Mines map number 1. We're going to be seeing the members of Team Megumi with first pick and the map choice of Gummis, I do believe. And some housekeeping. So, best of 5 series first off. First and only best of 5 in the tournament. And this is going to still be having those 15 baseline ban heroes, or restricted heroes. Anduin, Blaze, Brightwing, Chen, Chromie, Diablo, Genji, Hanzo, Hogger, Junkrat, Lucio, Mal'Ganis, Stitches, Sylvanas, and Vala. Those were voted on by Ridzu, the tournament organizer community. There initially was 20 heroes banned away, but there was the top 5 donors, from my understanding, were able to save 5 heroes. One of those being Johanna. Hammer was in that list as well. So that is why we have those 15 restricted heroes. Now, bans don't carry over, so we could see Cho'Gall if it is not banned away in a future map in this series. Kira as well, Garrosh, but when things are picked and played, that is when they become unavailable, so Li Ming can no longer be played for the remainder of this series. Best of 5s are always exciting for this, because as we get closer and closer to that map number 5, the hero pool shrinks to a very minute amount, I feel. There's 90 heroes available in Heroes of the Storm, and we're removing 10 heroes per map, plus that baseline 15. Maev will be grabbed, though, for Team Gummis. We've got your Li Ming on the side of Agumi, and your Rel will also be grabbed for Gummis. All right, so a lot of control. As the Bone King will be grabbed, and Johanna paired with it. Really good mobility and control so far from both sides. Damage, obviously, leading to Agumi with that Li Ming, but Maev can really stack up with those, really can shred through enemies with the Fan and Knife resets on 2 or more enemy heroes. As we get into the mid-ban phase, I think this is just going to be healer target ban, unless there's a Sergeant Hammer that's being considered for either side. Actually, Gummis could go Sergeant Hammer here. I don't know if Agumi would be leaning into it. They still need a healer, and I feel like they need more damage, and Sergeant Hammer comp for them is okay-ish. There's going to be the Varian ban, as I mentioned many a times in this tournament. Varian's been played into the Johanna quite a bit. The tank pool is a little bit smaller, since we have those 15 restricted heroes. So it does look like Varian is often run into that Johanna. But this will be Arthas instead, and I do like the Arthas a ton. Malfurion here still could go into a Sergeant Hammer comp for Gummis, realistically. I think there's a lot of great defensive tools to push or hold back the enemy. Or it could just be some sort of sustained damage dealer to be able to then go into the mines and grab skulls easily. Greymane's not bad. You do have that Johanna shield glare, but it's not like he's completely useless with a shield glare from Johanna. Last 2 picks on the right side, as I mentioned, need a healer, and I'd like to see some sort of sustained damage.
There is always
The Ariel is super solid here. Detainment Strike to push back Arthas as well as your Rel. You've got Tychus sustained damage. Tychus might go for press the advantage at level 1 for that 1 range increase, so that way Arthas Frozen Tempest baseline won't be as punitive to Tychus, who does want to stand still. Why is Cho'Gall being banned away? Because the members of Agumi like to run Cho'Gall. There's a lot of Cho'Gallers over here.
vanquish the weak.
I think the Jaina here is super solid with the Malfurion and Arthas. I personally think Gummis has got such a great draft. I Like Howling Blast into Malfurion Roots, into Jaina Burst. Heck, even Umbral Bind pulling someone into a Malfurion Root with Jaina Burst. So we'll see how it all goes, but I think I give the edge over to the side of Gummis. All right, everyone, grand final time. Let's see what we have here for map number 1 results as we get into Haunted Mines.
Get ready for combat, heroes.
Gummis in the blue. Here in this best of 5 series, we've got that Maiev, Arthas, Malfurion, Yrel, and Jaina. Actually, you know what? We're in the grand finals. Gummis, Maiev, Harkness on the Arthas. We've got Love, Cold, Malfurion, Hammerin, Yrel, and Argus Jaina. Team Agumi in the right, in the red. Agumi on the Ariel. Matella is your Leoric. Mako is playing that Johanna. Endless on the Tychus. And Li Ming Barlower.
4,
Pursuit of Vengeance. Frost Presence for the Arthas. Emerald Dreams. Lingering Chill, and Dauntless Yrel. So you do get that quarterback. Zealous Glare. Oisin's Renewal. Searing Light, and Aetherwalker. Howling Blast attempting to connect onto the Johanna won't. She steps up with the Condemn. Magic Missiles fire out a little bit as the Arcane Orb will not find any pressure onto the Arthas health bar. But the true objective is the Sapper Camp, as you do get a lot of siege value with them. The Golems are decent, but these Sapper Camps are really nice to be able to just feed into lanes and weaken things. You don't know which lane your objective is going to be in, so you're just kind of hoping that if you get the Sappers, you can feed them in and then be able to get some early siege for your upcoming objective. We do have Mako on this point still. This is Matella with the Drain applied. There's some huge damage into Team Gummis. There should be a reset for Li Ming off of that Yrel, and it's a triple kill plus the camp to Agumi. That is significant early game experience advantage. Johanna's going to try and feed these 3 Sappers in. We do have the next round of Sappers in top lane as well, and I don't think that's going to be contested. The death timers are kind of low. And can they get the Sappers into charge range? Absolutely. Unfortunately, they just go into the gate. Not much else damage picked up. The Orc in top lane with a Drain applied. Fan and Knives from Maiev. 1 Sapper makes it in. And Yrel is going to be able to clear this out in lane. Okay. Siege Giants to be traded between both sides. Arthas Frozen Tempest is active. Leoric is going to Wraith Walk to the right side and be able to back away. Shield there from Johanna. Condemn. Righteous Hammer actually pushes the Condemn into Arthas, but it's not like it was fatal or anything. Li Ming trying to feed these Siege Giants into the fort gate of bottom. Jaina is going to be able to get the Blizzard down. Good damage from Tychus into this Yrel, but Righteous Hammer will interrupt his sustained damage. Overkill's activated and backs away. Level 4s for both sides. Pretty standard stuff. Nothing really major to note. I guess we can let you all know that we do have that Neil Peasants for Leoric for the increased damage to monsters and mercenaries. But about a level lead for Agumi here. And it will be Agumi with their Golem going into bottom, which has gotten a little bit of siege, so if they can win this, it'll be fairly good siege for them. Now, as a reminder, we did have some changes on Haunted Mines. It is going to be 55 skulls needed, no longer needing to grab all 100, it's just the first team to get to 55. You can typically win it if you get most of the smaller encampments. There is 72 from the smaller encampments. And the remaining skulls are on that Underworld boss, which we see to the right of our screen. We do have Yrel taking down a 4th kill, making a 5th kill onto the Jaina for the side of Agumi. And they are moving through the mines. Arthas will be able to pick up the 49th skull, but I do believe the overall stronger Golem will go to Agumi. Maiev trying to get in with that Spirit of Vengeance, was maybe thinking about trying to steal, and Harkness Howling Blast goes out, but this is going to be your stronger golem over to the side of Agumi. Alright. We can definitely check out the stat differences. Maiev is working on the bottom lane sapper camp, and I don't know if she's going to be able to get this. We do have Tychus and... Okay, no, they do get it. Because it looks like your Johanna was going to be resetting. And she will cancel that recall and head into top lane with the Li Ming. Let's take a look here and see. Top lane Golem, 30,000 points of health, 649 points of damage. Compared to the bottom lane, 32,500 with 689 damage. 3 sappers plus Golem in top lane are going to get tons of siege value. The Arthas Howling Blast goes out. Johanna steps forward. No subdone completion, only getting the triple hit. York continue to push bottom lane. Looks like that Golem is on the fort. Blizzard from Jaina into Johanna, but Mac is able to back off. Ariel caught by the root of this Malfurion, but no Howling Blast or Jaina. Blizzard to step in and try and take down the Ariel. Golem in top lane nearly takes down the fort. Looks like it will not be saved. The minion wave is, and the attack damage of the enemy is enough. Johanna steps up with, like, no health. I think she was trying to maybe get the subdue completed before she dies, because I think she might have been anticipating the death. Urel gets taken down in bottom lane, by the way, by the Leoric, and this Golem confirmed the fort. It's going to get some damage on a keep gate, but Leoric is going to play it super safe and start backing out. Reactivates. Leoric is going to Wraith Walk, but he reactivated a little bit early and ends up getting pulled by Maiev, and that is an unfortunate staggered death that just did not need to happen. I'm looking back at it right now, and just literally, like, Johanna was still respawning. Tychus was still respawning as well. Li Ming did step up, but yeah. Either way, Leoric will have trait value. We're going to get into the 10 talents here, so let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers. Get an idea of what the damage healing experience looks like here in the grand finals of this Meta Madness event. And our next Underworld... no, that's not right. The next Risen Minor phasing, I think that's a good way to phrase it, should be up here in about a minute. Until then, we're just going to get some camps to be cleared. The overall state of the map is pretty equal between the two teams. A bit more damage on the bottom lane fort, but the gate is still very, very hardy and healthy. Top lane fort gate has been damaged. Obviously, fort has not taken anything. Keep gate, slightly damaged. Keep gate, a little bit of damage. But with the Golems swapping lanes every single time, this will be Agumi's next Golem going into top, so they're going to try and pressure into this immediately. They do have one sapper charging in. There's the announcement for the objective, as we had mentioned. And I don't know if they can get these sappers to charge in. Sindragosa has a 4-second slow onto Tychus here. Johanna steps out of the mines. A shield glaive for any sort of dismount. Arcane Orbs poking here and there. The Orc has a drain applied to the Maiev. Containment Disc, Sindragosa, Tranquility, Water Elemental, as that is going to be an Entomb capturing into one. The Containment Disc, Gummis, that Maiev able to back away. Tychus Overkill is not going to be enough as their grenade. Oh, he missed the grenade hit, I think. Odin will be summoned. Condemned from Johanna. Odin's going to dash to the side. Leoric will be taken down. So many blue health bars are low, but they just can't capitalize on a kill, and it will be Tychus taken out of the engagement. Arcane Orbs from Li Ming flying in, but man, she was... If they could have gotten, like, one reset, I think Barler pops off there and really, really wins out the fight for the team. But this is a Howling Blast not connecting. Death Coil goes out. No slow from this level 1 stacks. We have a heal from Ariel. Barler is able to blink forward, but I think this is Li Ming taken down by Malfurion Moonfire. Agumi started pretty strong, and they're just seemingly losing out. Team fight's just not going their way, but Leoric starts working through the Risen Miners in the mines. As we mentioned, 36 Sorry, 72 on all these smaller camps. To be honest, though, I say 36 because we often get like a north section completed by one team, the south section completed the other, and we end up with about 36 to 36. And I think we're going to get that literally right here. This is such a common end up, or a common result for the underworld phasing. Did Agumi ban towers? I don't know. I asked the map bans, they just told me what maps were banned. Righteous Hammer pushes Li Ming to the side. The Entomb from Lior captures the Jane, and Li Ming is going to try and get some arcane orbs in here. Containment discount of the Tychus. We do have a very low Maiev trying to back away. The Crystal Lake is applied to this Johanna. And this is also your Tychus pushed away by that Righteous Hammer. Tychus is trying to dash to the side. Jaina looking for the kill. Ice block to avoid the Detainment Strike. Argus is low. Tychus will fall, so will the Johanna. Li Ming will get a reset and does manage to pop off for the double kill. Lior taken down. 3-2 in kills. Li Ming and Ariel, I think, just going to go for the Underworld boss and try and get as many of these skulls as they possibly can. Lior providing vision for the allies. With Lovekull recalling, Gummis backing away. Actually, they jump back into the mine, so that information is there. Ariel with a quick heal. Li Ming and her back out of the mines. Tychus, Johanna are back up. Liork is here as well. Might be a little awkward until his team gets here. He's like, team? Why are you guys getting a vision tower? Team? I'm down here, team. I'm just trying to get those last skulls, team. And this will be your sappers for top lane. Grabbed, Yrel unable to invade. 13 talents here. Faster to the members of Gummis, but almost here for Agumi. Water Elemental has been summoned. Jaina Ice Block. That does give the opportunity for Jaina to get Johanna to get the channel. Tychus Minigun is active. We have an Entomb onto Malfear with the Tranquility active. Odin will be summoned. Arcane Orbs flying in from Li Ming. Containment dismisses any target. Liork will be taken down once again. Trait value or something, as they say. Top lane Golem, 41,400 points of health with 690 damage. Bottom lane is going to be 45,400 points of health and 756 damage. Syndragosa to further amplify the siege on the bottom lane fort gate and structure. It's a 20-second cooldown with Syndragosa, but I believe they get gate. They'll get most of the fort. I don't know if they actually get the fort down to 50%. Tower shots are out. This is a really good defense from Agumi. Agumi's Golem does get a bit... It gets almost equal siege as to what was done in bottom lane. Actually, it is pretty much equal.
Dust to dust, as they say.
Agumi playing it well. They're down by a level, but structurally they're ahead. Down by 3 kills. We'll see how things unfold as the map does continue. About 2 minutes till the next objective, I believe. Golems will again swap. Golems will again swap lanes. So we'll have Gummis in the top lane, Agumi's in the bottom. And Johanna pushing this little corridor. That is a Crystal Aegis applied over the wall. Root from Malfearin. And Johanna's able to break away with the Iron Skin active. Less shield also will be ripped into the enemies. Tranquility from Malfearian also used. And this will be your Johanna resetting for full. The issue for the side of Agumi is that they don't have 16... The enemy will be getting 16 talents a level ahead. So they'll have to play kind of safe. Oh no, Leoric! Spectral Leech was his level 13, by the way. Leoric getting caught out this many times is really rough for the experience here. Look at this. 5,000 heroic experience difference. And Johanna's on this point. Blizzard down from Jaina. Yeah, they just have to leave this. They can't contest it, which is really unfortunate.
Are you prepared to fight the undead? The mind is
24 of the 30 stacks for the Arthas, 17 baseline for him, 18,000 to 30,000 for the Jaina. And containment disc Sindragosa, your Johanna's going to be pulled back in by the Umbral Bind. Taken down by Maiev, Fan of Knives. Crystal Aegis goes out. That is going to be Jaina traded, but Ariel falls. Howling Blast connects onto the Endless. The Odin will be popped, but won't be enough to save him. The bottom fort has gone down. This might be a huge advantage in the objective for Gummis. I mean, we're looking anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds on 3 heroes for Agumi. And as I've mentioned many, many times, these smaller encampments can yield that 55 easily and quickly. Yrel working on the north side, Maiev on the east, and we do have Arthas and Malfurion on the southwest, but there's your 55 already picked up. There will be a golem summoned in bottom lane for Agumi, but it's going to be puny. It's going to be itty-bitty. 16 does come through for Agumi. Mithril Mace, Holy Renewal, Reservoir of Hope. Also have that Titan Grenade. I'll be seeing the Mirror Ball as well for Li Ming. Leoric, Wraithwalk out. And Osin's Renewal was triggered as well. So yeah, look at this lad down here. 11,500 points of health, 170 damage. Compared to 55,000 health on this Gummis Golem with 814 damage. Sindragosa summoned. Iron Skin from Jahan activated. We do have the Entomb from Leoric. I think it's mostly to block. Maybe was trying to capture one. Containment Disc will be able to capture this Tychus. Yrel comes in with the Avenging Wrath, the Righteous Hammer, pushing people around, as well as your Blessed Shield from Jahan, locking down a few enemies. This is Ariel out of position from that Righteous Hammer, and this will be an Avenging Wrath to take them down. Arthas is running down the Tychus. We talked about that in the draft. Barler Li Ming with double-digit HP is trying to just get some Arcane Orbs and poke. But this looks like Gummis will be able to advance this Golem through the top lane into the core with Siege Giants as well. Iron Skin from Johanna. We have the Howling Blast. Frost Presence completed. But Golem in this top lane is going to be breaking through the shielding. Yrel looking to take down this Leoric with a Righteous Hammer into the Golem Sun. He gets an Entomb. Jaina doesn't care much. Avenging Wrath from Yrel. They don't get the Finland, but that is going to be Gummis with a map 1 victory here in the grand finals. A very good back and forth, but Gummis does come out on top. Pretty significant play from them. All right, let's go ahead and remind you all that if you'd like to support the channel, every little bit is appreciated to help us push up for Partner Plus Level 1. Reoccurring Tier 1, Tier 2, or Tier 3 subs help out a ton. If you'd like to gift a sub, that doesn't help out with the Partner Plus, but it does help out with our sub goal to be able to get to the September subathon, so we can have some extra snacks and things for that nice 18-hour stream day that we have planned for late September. But either way, let's go ahead and roll out the ads. Be sure to subscribe, use your Prime Gaming, all that good stuff. And if you want to summon Tim Curry to talk about space, you can gift 1 sub, as that is the new Tier 1 gifted sub alert. Speed running in the lobby setup. My gosh. Yeah, the Arthas picks have been really good. Arthas has been pretty solid. Guess what? We're heading into Battlefield of Eternity. Who would have guessed it? Who would have guessed Battlefield for Map 2? Because it was honestly, in my eyes, it was either going to be Infernal or Battlefield. And here we are. All right. Well, while the ads roll and we get this lobby going, how's everyone's Sunday? I'm still trying to figure out what to cook today for food. I'm kind of tempted to get like, oh, I don't have any rice. I need to order rice. That's right. I have an Amazon. I like to try and do my Amazon orders in big bulk, one at a time, because sometimes they give like a discount. Like if you delay out your order by like 2 days or something, they'll give you like a digital rebate or whatever, and you can use it to like rent a movie or something on Prime Video. But either way, I have a tube of red paint in my shopping cart. My like every other year, basically, I have to buy razors for shaving my head. So I have that in my cart, and I should add rice as well. So. I also noticed that Abathur's been played once with a 100% win rate. Well, there was the Slapathur game. Was the Slapathur game in this tournament with Holpaka, or was that a scrim? I can't remember. I thought there were 2 Abathur games. I thought there's been 2. I thought there was one with Holpaka, and then there was one where it was, like Carapace at level 1. There might have been 2, unless everything blends together between Heroes Lounge, scrims, and tournaments. I'm skimming here. I'm skimming the group stage really fast. See if I see any bugs. Nothing. That was that Gazlo game. That was a weird one. Alright. I don't see anything in day 1. It's Deathwing. What was that Lily game? Give me 1 second. I'm going to quickly skim through all of this. Group stage. Dragonshire Abathur game was a victory. That was the whole pocket game, I'm pretty sure. In the group stage, yeah, only one Abathur game. I'll skim through the other games after, because let's get back into the draft. Welcome back, everybody! Into Battlefield we have gone. And another Cho'Gall ban from the members of Gummis, as Agumi will get rid of the Kira. Alright, so we've got 25 heroes unavailable, because we have the 15 restricted heroes from the tournament vote. And then you've also got the 10 heroes that were played on map number 1, Haunted Mines. So we're heading into Battlefield. Deckard will be banned away once again by Gummis. And Agumi, what will they get rid of with the Kira? I think it was Garrosh last game. I think. Or no, maybe it was Varian. Or maybe that was the mid-ban phase. Now I'm misremembering. Sergeant Hammer, okay. No Sergeant Hammer. What's going to be our starting pick for Gummis, though? They will get the Garrosh. Garrosh immediately ripped, and Agumi, what do they want to get for their first 2 picks? They could just go into early solo lane and healer, or main tank healer. Unless there's like a specific DPS they want. That's a really early Deathwing, in my opinion. That's a super early Deathwing, because now I think you draft Greymane here. Greymane lately has been decimating Deathwings. So, like, post-level 16 with Alpha Killer, Curse Bullet plus Alpha Killer value, Unfettered Assault, Wizened Duelist damage, it's scary. I'd like to see the Greymane here, personally. Just grab it early on. It's solid for the map. It is going to be Malthael and Tyrande. Okay, so you've got Malthael into the Deathwing is what they want to do, which is still very, very strong as well. That's why I was talking about the Greymane so heavily, is because I felt like if it wasn't picked, it was immediately going to be banned. Deathwing Falstead does not really show much of their draft. I mean, they have 2 globals on a very small map. Probably some sort of healer ban, I would venture a guess. Could be a variant again. No, I don't think you want a variant into Garrosh. ETC will be removed. Alright, so... You know what also would be really, really good for Gummis? Zul Jin. You can race with them. You've got No Mercy level 16, which is just armor bypass on the target marked with Grievous Throw.
From order comes justice.
Artanis and Tassadar. So, main tank Deathwing? Not a common play. Still need that healers. That's why it's like, alright, yeah, it's gonna be main tank Deathwing. Yeah, I think, like, honestly, like, Zul Jin wouldn't be too bad. There is Suppression Pulse, which is annoying. But, do you have that armor bypass?
Return for battle.
Alright, we'll get Imperious, who he's got percent base damage at level 1. You've got Raynor as well for race. Last pick has to be healer. Ana could be a consideration here. Bite a grenade, sleep dart.
Let the Inquisition commence.
But it will be Sally Thymane. Yeah, I don't really know about the Agumi draft. I'm gonna be honest. I think Gummis has got a super good draft. I think their wave clear is good. Their team fight is fantastic. Their immortal race is really good as well. Yeah, I really like their draft. The main tank Deathwing is really big question mark for me. We'll see how that all unfolds. Let's get into map number 2 of this grand finals. And as I always like to say, thank you everyone for joining me today. There's a lot of places you can be watching content on Twitch, so thanks for choosing our cozy corner. If you're new to the stream, please do drop a follow. If you'd like to support the channel, every little bit of support helps, whether it be a Prime Gaming, Tier 1 sub, gifted sub, or anything else. But thanks for being here. Happy Sunday. Let's get into it.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Yo, Ashman, so good to see you, bud. In the blue on the left, it's going to be Gummis in the lead of this best of 5 with the Love Kulturanda, Harkness, Garrosh, Hammering on that Imperious, Argus, Raynor, and Gummis Malthael. Yo, Kayla's good to see you as well, bud. Team Agumi on the right, in the red, looking for a 1-1 score in this best of 5 series. Barlor, Falstad, Agumi, Whitemane, Endless Tassadar, Matella, Artanis, and Mako is your Deathwing.
5, 4,
We have the meme on this channel that if the first Sentinel from Tyrande hits, it is going to be a GG victory to that team. And we will see 2 arms as the first Sentinel does not hit. We got a 1-1 score for sure. Ranger level 1 for the Tyrande, body check, burn the Impure, Exterminator, and that is Death's Reach for Malthael. Dragon Soul, amateur opponent. Static Charge, Pity the Frail, and also going to be your Gathering Storm for Falstad on the Hammering. You think Tyranda's not the best healer? A lot of Tyrande players would disagree with you. Raynor and friends are putting the pepper onto this Deathwing as there's a lot of health bars low here. Gummis will be okay. That's going to be a Wrecking Ball throwing Agumi into this engagement. Whitemane falls. Garrosh is the next to be taken down. We have Malthael going out on the right side. We do have a Blade Dash from Artanis, but Raynor is going to be able to get the auto attacks in. The penetrating round, that's going to be the Endless trying to back away and will be taken down. It is 4-2 in kills. 6 kills at 1 minute for these two teams. Yo, Punk, good to see you today, bud. Happy Sunday, my friend. All you amazing humans in chat today, thank you for being here. Phase Prism swaps this Imperious into tower shots. He gets the Celestial Charge, and that'll be into the fray from Garrosh. Man, I really wish that the ally toss was out of the fray, because I feel like that's what it's mostly used, but either way, this is going to be Gummis able to grab the top lane Impaler camp. Bottom lane wave is going to be pushed in So the fort gate, Falstead, Tassadar, White Man getting some damage. There's going to be a little force barrier that Raynor has to wait, or force wall for the Raynor has to wait out before he can get behind the gate. But I don't think there was any like life-threatening damage onto Raynor in that lane at that moment. All right, first Immortals are about to be here. This Argus Raynor's a bit low, but he'll be fine for the time being. And Sentinel from the Tyrande just to scout if the enemy's on their Fallen Shaman. Absolutely not. Level lead, kill advantage, both over to Gummis. All right. So north side Immortal being raced on. Imperius and Garrosh are trying to zone and slow down the enemies from their race. Looks like Artanis is maybe doing the same on the north side. Falstead steps up, throws out a hammering. A Groundbreaker from Garrosh is the answer back into them. Alright, Immortals will swap sides. The faster race in favor of Gummis. Incinerate Wing Flap from Deathwing. Force Wall from Tassadar goes out. Lunar Flare picking up a 5th stack. Falstead thrown in with the Wrecking Ball. Barrel rolls to the side. The Demonic Explosion from the Immortal will go out and zone for a moment. But this race is easily over the side of Team Gummis. As Globes will be spawned with Alarian landing, and it's going to be Alarian heading into top lane. Sentinel actually interrupts Falstead. By the way, I don't know if anyone clipped it, and I hope you did. If you did not, maybe someone can go back and grab it. In the first map of the first best of 3, there was a Malfurion kill with a Tyrande Sentinel. It was amazing. I don't know if it was clipped. I don't know if it was posted in chat, but please someone clip that. It's so good. It was like 50-something overkill as well. But Deathwing drops down. The Immortals on the fort gate of top lane. Moving through that, as we also will be having continued siege onto said structure. Lunar Flare for a 7-stack onto Falstead. Huntress Mark applied to him. A hammering goes out for the 33rd stack, and that'll be Alarian taken down. Alright, so we got that Touch of Death as well for the Malthield. 20-second cooldown. And it's the heroes that are marked with Reaper's Mark, though. Not a sort of point-and-click debuff, if you will. Raynor resets. He's going to head to top lane, I believe. Still the experience advantage over to the side of Gummis. Malthea just going to wait for the wave to get close to the fort gate. He's going to tank a little bit of the damage. Has Tyrande healing nearby as well. Falstead in top lane is going to be able to float away. He's out of here. Mini-wave, though, advancing onto this top lane fort. Deathwing dropping down to set up some defenses. Lava Burst coming out as well. Earth Shatter. Lunar Flare misses. And the Immortals are back. Man, that Sentinel getting cross-map hit for a third of Agumi's health. Alright, the Immortals go to north-south sides. The RNG is here. Raynor and Tyrande already burning through this Immortal. Race looking pretty good. Tassadar, as well as your Artanis, also racing. But it's going to be about a 4,000 health difference. Where do the Immortals go? Maybe they'll swap north and south? Nah, it's going to be defensive sides on the east and west. Garrosh immediately just steps up. The 10 talent here almost here for both teams. Slightly faster for Gummis. That's going to be a Wrecking Ball into Groundbreaker. Starfall from the Tyrande. Artanis will be taking down the Wrath of Angiers. Back into the Starfall, onto the White Mane. The Sky Suplex from Hammerin is on point. And Gummis looked to pressure onto Deathwing. Does have Last Rites. There's also Hyperion for the Rainer and Decimate Garrosh. This is going to be a very healthy Immortal, though, for Agumi. Sorry, for Gummis going into bottom lane. And Tyrande will reset. Some globes to be gathered. Rainer's already pushing into bottom lane. Garrosh is going to try and take down the Tassadar, and a Decimate spin will be enough for the overkill. 5 overkill, actually. Sentinel dismounts the Artanis. This is easily bottom lane fort to be taken down with the Immortal, but can they get more than just the keep gate, which is anticipated? Hyperion's available. We'll see if Rainer pops it as they advance towards the keep. Imperi is really deep in the backline, playing a little too aggressive, will be taken down. It looks like Wrath of Angiers may have been attempted. I do see it on a 10-second cooldown, similar to the Death Timer, or Death Trigger. Hyperion does get summoned. Yamato cannons fire in. Wrecking Ball will throw Artanis to the side. The Phase Prism swapping people around. Suppression Pulse. Gus pushes Mouthy up against the wall. This is Rainer trying to back away, and he will be unable to do so. Heroics on the right side, we do have that Gust, Scarlet Aegis, Black Hole, Suppression Pulse, and Bellowing Roar. And the keep gate does go down. There's about 3 or 4 autos onto this keep, and that'll be Tyrande throwing a Sentinel that gets max Ranger damage. We'll see if she goes into Harsh Moonlight at level 13. Maybe Empower at 16. Another Sentinel. Boom. Onto Agumi. I gotta say, Love Call on these Tyrande Sentinels has been really on point. Still 12 more stacks needed to be able to get the Piercing Sentinel. 2 stacks needed for the 30% range increase on that Lunar Blaze baseline. False set at 45 stacks, 39 for the White Mane, and 120 for Deathwing. Oh, last but not least, we do have that Tassadar static charge at 80 of the 200. Artanis gets the Phase Prism. Celestial Charge does not stun because there was that Self-Cleanse still active from the Phase Prism swapping. Earth Shatter out from Deathwing. Groundbreaker lands into this Tassadar, and a little Decimate spin at the end. Immortal phasing, I think, is like a minute away, maybe less. Garrosh just running at him. Groundbreaker onto Tassadar. Force Wall blocks the Garrosh from advancing forward. And Malthael does get a mark onto Tassadar, but it's not like he's going to be able to follow up and chase onto this Protoss hero. Hyperion's going to get one more Yamato cannon shot onto this fort. But if the Immortal's won by the squad of Gummis, the third Immortal, this will be heading into top lane since the fort is still available. Actually, it's heading into top lane either way, because even if the fort goes down, this bottom lane keep is more damaged.
Fight for the glory of the high heavens.
Experience, though, about a quarter level difference, favoring Gummis. Shatter from Deathwing goes out onto Malthael. There's an itty-bitty Deathwing. That's that Harsh Moonlight. Cataclysm to back away. Meanwhile, Falset does put some pain onto Rainer. He's going to heal up a little bit with his Adrenaline Rush, as well as the Tyrande heals. Fallen Shamans in top and bottom are going to be pushing in, and Pierce is immediately going to go clear this with the help of Rainer. Bottom lane arriving near the keep, and doesn't seem like Agumi are going to try and clear that out. They're going to try and take advantage and race the enemy Immortal, but the top lane's already cleared. Garrosh stepping in. Sentinel lands onto this Artanis. He gets another Phase Prism swap. Last Rites will not get the kill. It is going to chunk Bellowing Roar and the Gust splitting this Imperius, but he gets the Wrath of Angiers, pulling the Artanis back over to the engagement, and Hammer needs to back away. The Immortals with about 1,000 HP difference. Suppression Pulse goes down. Force Wall from the Tassadar blocks Garrosh for a moment. Artanis is dealing with that bottom lane Fallen Shaman, which is nearly getting the keep. But I think some of the health bars on the side of Gummis are a little bit low, so they don't want to try and step up for that 4v5. This is going to be the first half of the Immortal phase won by Agumi. Deathwing, by the way, with the Infernus as well as the Wicked Inferno, so probably Conflagration 16. Celestial Charge trying to find him. White Mane won't get the target. Raynor Tyrande already racing. This is going to be Face Prism swapping Malthael around. Lunar Flare misses any target. Deathwing Earth Shatter zoning. Force Wall from the Tassadar. Harkness continues to spin. Hammerin is being pushed back by the Black Hole of Tassadar. And Raynor still racing. Suppression Pulse goes out, but only on the Tyrande. Lunar Flare still on 10 stacks. Earth Shatter finds its way onto this Garrosh. Shockray trying to poke at some enemy health bars. Tannis is racing. Raynor and Tyrande step back in. They're just going to focus on the Immortal, which will go to top lane. Garrosh hit with the Shockray. Gotta be careful about that Thermal Lance coming up and less than a level for Tassadar on Agumi's side. Okay. Immortal goes over to Gummas in top lane. Easy fort takedown. I think it's 1 or 2 autos from Raynor will be enough. Minion wave gets that. Are they gonna split? Oh, they're going for Falstad in bottom lane? No, they don't see him. Okay, they're just going for bottom lane keep here. They're gonna guarantee 1 structure. Hyperion gets this, actually. Heck, they could have just sent Raynor down here, throw the Hyperion, and the rest of the team sieges with Immortal, but either way, Immortal will be able to get keep gate of top lane. Bottom keep has been taken down. There is still this forward available, so that means constant catapult pressure coming out through this lane. Periodic in the top lane. Another Sentinel thrown from bottom. Is it going to hit anyone? It hits Tassadar. I gotta say, Lovekull's, credit where it's due, Lovekull's Sentinels have been so freaking good. This also is a top lane camp started, but I don't think there'll be the invade in time. Sentinel did get some vision. By the way, 76 stacks on the Falstad. 4 to go for that 80% increase. Big swap from the Artanis into Imperius, who's going to be split with the Bellowing Roar. Wrath of Angiris finds the Falstad. He will get the interception from White Mane. Last rights applied. Malthael does go down. And now Raynor looking to back off. Impaler Camp advancing the wave towards the core, but it won't be able to get any damage as Falstad's on his way there. Face Prism goes out from the Blade Dash, but Mattel is unable to get any swap. Nope. I don't think it would have killed Barlow, but that would have been kind of funny. Either way, it is going to be Celestial Attunement at level 16 for the Tyrande, which is expected. Basically, if she heals someone, she cleanses them. Probably like the strongest cleanse in the game if you really think about it. Oh, the Phase Prism actually pulls the Garrosh back in. There was that Wrecking Ball from the Blade Dash. Artanis getting punished. And this is Garrosh a little bit low, but he activates Indomitable. There's going to be your Loon's Chosen level 4 applied to him as well. Wrath of Angiris finds the Falstad, pulled to the side, 81 stacks, so he will have his stacks reset to 80. You heard a Last Rites go out. There's 1 stack on it currently. Bellowing Roar pushes Raynor to the side. Groundbreaker onto White Mane. She'll be taken down. Cataclysm from Deathwing allows him to back away. So this is going to be this Immortal going over the side of Gummas. It will be heading into top lane. By the time the objective is completed, and it moves into lane and it gets to the keep gate, we should have respawn on White Mane Falstad for the defense. Malthael just assisting the wave in top. All right. What could be a fatal push on this map? A level till 20, 5 kill advantage, 19 to 18. And the higher fact is favoring Gummis.
The wickedness of hell dwindles.
Larian with full shielding. A little bit of it broken by Falstad there. Garrosh scouted by Deathwing. Decimate spins. Imperious, Molten Armor. Trying to burn Deathwing a bit here. Earth Shatter goes out. Garrosh is going to get stunned for a moment. Shock Rays from Tassadar poking as well. Hyperion has been summoned. Yamato Cannons dealing significant damage. The Molten Flame of Deathwing does burn through the shielding of Valerian. But this Immortal does move into melee mode and starts autoing into the keep. Suppression Pulse goes out. Phase Prism, late from Artanis from Blade Dash. And Immortal's below 50%. Rainer's already mounting up to back away, and Gummis don't believe that they can win here. They have taken down 2 keeps. The Imperious will be swapped. Wrath of Angiers to try and disengage, and Whitemane sidesteps it. Penetrating round to push back this Artanis. He wants to try and chase onto Rainer, who's going to zig and zag. Argus hit with the twin blades and will be taken down. That's going to be a nice chunk of experience to the side of Agumi, so they can at least close the gap to 20. Oh, by the way, Catapults in bottom lane. Didn't even see them. 51% remains on this core. It was like literally the entire time this top lane chase was happening, those catapults were breaking through shielding. Alright, so the music has shifted. Impervious. We do have your Starfall upgrade with the Luden's Wrath. Celestial Wrath. Deadly Calm for Garrosh. Malthael could go buyback if he wants. And Rainer, Execute Orders? No, we actually did see Execute Orders yesterday, I think. I was memeing about it, and they did pick it. Orbital Bombardment for the Artanis. As well as the Arrival of a God for all the level 7s on Deathwing, Wind Tunnel, Scarlet Crusade, and Force Barrier. Because we're still waiting to see what the Rainer and Malthael will pick up at 20. Big Phase Prism swaps the Artanis. He's going to pop the Impervious, and that is a beautiful intercession from Whitemane to deny the Wrath of Angiers pull. Imperious is low. Tyrannus trying to heal, but it won't be enough. I think she's trying to save the Starfall, but that's unfortunate. These Imperious picks from Agumi are really weakening Gummis's team fight early on. Big hammering damage. But Falstad might be taken down here. Last rites? Not even apply. Oh, it was still on cooldown. Okay. Falstad will lose 8 stacks down to 92. Sentinel hits onto the Artanis. His trait will kick in. But they're going to retreat while Rainer starts racing on the west with probably Tyrande with Huntress Mark. And this is a race between both sides. Garrosh is maybe looking for some harassment. That'll be Blade Dash. A Wrecking Ball throws to the side. Garrosh is going to get a few more Decimate spins. Groundbreaker lands. We do have the Artanis taken down. And Deathwing hit with a few of those strafe shots from this Hyperion, but it will expire. It is going to be Raider's roll. And Malthael probably going to go buyback as he's not taken his level 10 yet. What's up, Coviers? Good to see you, bud. Uh-oh, goodbye, Whitemane. Starfall also used. Malthael gets hit with Conflagration. Last rites onto Deathwing. Takes down the Dragon. The Wrath of Angiers pulls Falstad to the left side. Celestial Charge misses. Malthael falls to Tassadar. Wind Tunnel creates space. Malthael buys back in as you hear that sort of ghastly noise in the background. Well, this is going to be a very healthy Immortal, very shielded Immortal for Gummis. And it's going to head through. It's just going to be a coin flip on the lane.
Through this land.
69 stacks, by the way, for Whitemane chat. 407 on Deathwing. 20 for the Tyrande for the Piercing Sentinel. Artanis is going to be seen scouting in this flank. Blade Dash, Phase Prism misses. Celestial Charge will connect, but I don't think they're going to be able to do too much. few autos from Raynor going out. Penetrating round missing out of the Artanis. Suppression pulse from him will be activated. Another Wrecking Ball throws the Artanis to the side. Blade dash through a couple of the enemies. Decimate spins from the Garrosh. And Cataclysm in from Deathwing. Some of the health bars on the members of Gummis are a bit low, but this Immortal, in my opinion, should guarantee the game. I don't see a world where this Immortal doesn't win it unless he just walks away from the core, but that'll be GG. The members of Gummis are one map away from making this a 3-0 Grand Finals here in the Meta Madness number 4 tournament. GG, well played. Oh, map 3 is going to be at the start. 35 heroes unavailable. After we do the bans, 39 heroes of the 90 in Heroes of the Storm will have been taken out. And we'll see if Agumi can make something happen with the restricted drafts or the restricted pool of heroes. But either way, let's go ahead and get rid of what could be the final ads of the day. Be sure to subscribe if you have the available funds. What's up, Zark? Good to see you, bud. And yeah, all right. Let's find out what happens here. So we'll wait for the stream to catch up to pay out the gamble. We'll update the score, and oh boy. All right, just gonna park myself there. Oh, Fish, you got it. Thank you. Side of the map is being started. Team Gotcha will be able to pick this up, and they might delay it. This is really early for this Fallen Shaman. And it is... No way! Wow, Ranger value. Thank you so much, Fish, for the clip. Beautifully done. Thank you, bud. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. That is a hilarious clip to me, man. That is such a funny clip. All right. Lobby is up. Players are getting in. Oh, I forgot to choose the outcome of the last game, and I forgot to run ads. Whoopsies. Gummis did win that. There's the payout. The ads are going, and we're going to Guard of Terror Classic. Okay, so lobby is set. We're just getting our last players in here. We've run the ads. We've got the payout. We've got our next Twitch prediction ready to go. All right, well, as I said, it could be the final map of the day. We'll see if Team Agumi can make something happen here. They are Ninja. They have been updating it. There was like a patch not too long ago. If you haven't checked it out in a while, version 0.15.5 was released yesterday at 9:40 a.m. my time. So yeah, a lot of notes about Cho'Gall on that one. So if you haven't played it in a while, I mean, yeah, they're on version 0.15.5. Not sure what your version's at. I think when I played it last was like version like 0.12 or 0.13 or something. So, yeah. I don't have a command for it anymore. I think I got rid of it because I wasn't using it for a while. I literally have it right here. All right, readies are out. Ads are going to be literally finishing as we get into this game, I believe. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Well, as I said, could be the final map of the day. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not.
Garden of Terror.
When does the HOTS casting start? Right now. Map number 3 in the grand finals. Team Gummis are one map away from being victorious and taking first place in the Meta Madness number 4 tournament. Shout out to Ridzu for an amazing event if this is the last map. But if this is the last map, be sure to get your gambles in. I did type in the lobby draft. I said, surely we get Cho'Gall this game.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Okay. No cream. Alright. Well, there we go. No Cho'Gall this game. Vikings will be banned by Agumi as well. This is Garden of Terror Classic, by the way, so needing to pick up all those seeds, needing to pick up 100 seeds to be able to summon the Garden Terror plant, which then you drive with your, or you pilot with one of your characters from your team. That's why we're seeing Vikings banned, because they're very good for this map. Variant to be removed. Kira is still up and available. Just kidding. No, she's not. No Kira in this game number 3.
Change is upon us.
Can they keep banning it? Yeah. Why wouldn't they be able to?
Kaboom, laddie!
Dahaka first picked. Muradin will be grabbed as well for the skin flipping. God dang it. Gummis will also grab the Deckard Cain. Okay. So they'll have Muradin, Deckard Cain to start out. A Dahaka on the right side. Ooh. I love the Tyrael Tracer right here. This is really solid. A lot of mobility. Hammer could be on the table here. Hammer could definitely be on the table for Agumi. Actually, Gummis as well. Either team could really roll the Hammer. It's just Tyrael has some really nice benefits or buffs to Sergeant Hammer. Gul'dan's solid. I mean, he's got great clear for the small camps. And the Hammer does get banned away by Gumi here. Muradin, Deckard. What do you want to play with this? You have Stormbolt, you got Stay a While, you got Haradra Cube, you got Scrollless Ceiling. A lot of setup. Maybe you could follow up with like a Kael'thas. Wait, was Kael'thas played in the series yet? No. Ooh. Greymane Illidan is, that's got a lot of teeth to it, if you will. They're not gonna Abathur here for Gummis, are they? Like, Abathur on Greymane and Illidan, pretty good. But your lanes would be a little rough, I feel.
I will fight to my last breath. I hear the call.
Nazebo's an interesting one. His late game scaling is pretty good. Maybe they're anticipating Garden of Terror Classic to go late game. I could see Abathur for Gummis. I could absolutely see Abathur for this. I think it's just going to be a standard solo laner, though.
Evolve. Conquer.
Blizzard, you can hire me. Look how good I am at analyzing the game and understanding what could happen in a draft. Ninja! Where's your prediction, Ninja? Any quarter milli gambles? There it is. $250,000 on the Abathur. All right. We'll see, can Team Megumi keep their tournament life alive in this grand finals, or is it going to be a map number 3 victory to Gummis?
Shortly, heroes.
Greymane, played by Gummis, Lovecall under your Deckard, Argus Abathur. You're looking at the Hammerin, Illidan, and Harkness Muradin. Agumi in the red. Endless Nazebo, Agumi Rhaegar, Barlord Dahaka, Matella Tracer, and Mako is your
The gates shall
Tyrael.
open in 10 seconds.
Alright, so we got the Locust Brood for the Abathur level 1.
5.
You've got your
3,
Widowmakers
2,
for the
1.
Nazebo on the Corpse Jar, or Corpse Spiders.
Spread my spores.
Colossal Totem, Tissue Regeneration, Tracer Rounds, and Justice for All. Viciousness. Viciousness Greymane. You also do have Field Study Deckard Kane for that spell power increase, 10% per enemy hero rooted, up to a max of 20%, or 40%, sorry. 20 per stack, up to 40. Illidan with the Immolation, and last but not least, Muradin will have his third wind as he tries to dwarf toss away the drag from Dahaka lands, and Harkness will be taken down. First blood to the members of Team Megumi. Invade immediately onto the enemy Siege Giant camp. Pulse Bomb used. Deckard Kane might throw some shapes at the enemies as they finish this out, but nope, he'll stay in the bush. And this will be Tracer blinking forward onto the Illidan. I know that feeling, Ninja. I know it all too well. Stormbolt. Tracer burns all over, blinks trying to get away. Pulse Bomb will connect on the Muradin, who continues to chase in. The Scroll of Sealing lands on the material. Tracer taken down by Abathur. Stab. Muradin has a potion if he needs it, as there is a zombie wall to block his retreat path. And the Knight is still a minute 15 away from being contested. Are you calling for another Bloodlust fish? Also, Vino, good to see you, bud. Material Eldritch Smite thrown in. Jar of Spiders thrown down into this engagement. We do have a very low Greymane, almost caught by the zombie wall. Tracer blinks past it as well, trying to chase into Greymane, but unable to target because of the Eyes in the Dark level 4. That is going to be Muradin taken down once again, and the camp invaded and won by Agumi.
Heroes, night will fall in just a
If Gummis wins, I will have donated about over 500,000 channel points. That is generous of you, Freaky. Thank you for donating points to our lovely community. Drag finds the Illidan. Tower shots are going to get 1-2. Not much damage, though. I think the evasion was still active for a few seconds. Is this the final? Yes, this is the grand final. Should be in the stream title. I know sometimes my stream title does bug out, but it should be there. Drag misses. Illidan just continuing to work on the wave. And the Knight is available. Alright, so this is going to be the race to get 100 of these seeds. And there is a total of 180 on the map. There is 60 between the 4 smaller camps, each of those being 15. And then there's 60 on each of these larger garden terrors.
I see you've survived another night. How wonderful for you.
One more right there. There's actually 2, so there you go, you can see. 180 in total as it's 89 to 91. Stormbolt misses onto this Dahaka. Roger Q with the healing debuff. Scrollless Ceiling goes out. Drag only finds a minion. Experience, though, is still leading over to the side of Gummis. I'm going to assume it's going to be that Abathur soak as well during the Abathur hat soak during the night phase. Yep, minion experience is about 2,000 deficit. Swift Retribution. Purification for the Rhaegar, by the way, at level 7. I'm a big fan of the level 7. I know Grounded Totem is very, very strong with attack speed and spell power debuff, but, like, 45-second cooldown, and then you also have that shielding on, or healing an ally when you remove a status debuff, and then you also have using it on the enemy, deals damage to shields and reduces healing received by 40% for 2 seconds, on top of that massive slow that's applied. Roger Cube with the Ruby applied. Tyrion's trying to steal this, and he will be taken down. And he'll get, like, 3 seconds off his death timer. Tracer almost takes down Illidan, but he'll be able to step into a potion. And that'll be the end of that engagement around that top lane camp. And 10 talents here are going to be coming in faster for Gummis. You might need to just nuke everything, Ninja, and just, like, delete, like, uninstall the Heroes of Storm, like, delete all your files in your documents folder or wherever it is. Though I think you did that in the past, didn't you? Abathur Ultimate Evolution will be used on the Murd, and they're going to try and get some pressure into this Rhaegar. Mostly just zones while Deckard and the real Murden, with the help of Greymane, actually grab the rest of the Siege Giant camp. Alright, so it's Avatar, Hunt, Ultimate Evolution. Stay well and listen and go for the throat. Sanctification for Tyrael. You do have that Sticky Bomb Tracer, Isolation to Haka, Ancestor Healing, and Ravenous Spirit.
Night falls once more, and soon the Shamblers shall rise again.
The only other thing I can mention or recommend is reaching out to BRB Soaking and ask him maybe. Or if you're in the Ravencourt Discord, there is literally a channel for the HOTS Rogue chat, and you can message the developer there. The developer does actively talk there, so if you are looking to maybe get some insight from them or troubleshoot with the developer, that's a good way to go about it as well. Yo, what's up, Bear? Good to see you, bud. Day is going well. I've been up since 3:45, and we've been casting Heroes of Storm for almost 4 hours. We're in the grand finals, and it could be the final map of this tournament, as Gummis are one map away from being victorious, taking 3-0 victory in this best-of-5 grand finals. Ultimate Evolution onto the Greymane. Stormbolt connects onto this Nazebo. The real Greymane lunges into the Tyrael, Scroll Ceiling, trying to create a little bit of space. The Ancestor Healing, the Ravenous Spirit interrupted. No! I thought Nazebo got slept there, but no, he didn't. He was just still, like, sort of hunched over. Sabe Yellow is the one, Freaky. Alright, Garden Terror on the left side is available. I forget how much time. Is it 2 minutes till? Yeah. Oh, someone needs to go into this. Oh, Illidan will.
Embrace your
A little bit of pressure onto Endless here in bottom lane. It's the Purge from Rhaegar, but won't be able to get away from Greymane. By the way, you can overstack. You can go over 100 seeds. In theory, if you get 200, you can pilot your Garden Terror. It goes down, there's a little cooldown, and then another one spawns for you. So you can have that back-to-back availability. We have seen it, but this is going to be Gummis running through bottom lane fort. I do want to point out, though, that Agumi does have a Garden Terror of their own. Tyrael's inside, and he's going to be able to push through the top lane fort. There is still, yeah, there's still a lot of seeds available on the map right now. Greymane's going to get a huge amount for the team, and now they just need to get this north side Garden Tear, and then we'll be able to get another Garden Tear summoning. But this is Tyrael just still running it through top lane. No one defending against him. Mule has been picked up at level 7 for Abathur. Garden Tear will back out of top lane, just trying to use that sprint to reposition so Tyrael can get out of here. Hunt from Illidan. As Tyrael tries to frame perfect it, but ends up in a corner. It's a little awkward. Swift Retribution, level 7, has that movement speed. He does have to use Sanctification, but the allies are here. The ultimate evolution will be triggered as well from Abathur. Zebo, Widowmaker's completed isolation, lands onto that Deckard Cain, was to stay while Listen will be interrupted, and Tyrael gets the Ancestral in time. Stormbolt misses, Tracer's able to back away. Illidan still pressuring onto Dahaka top lane. And Dahaka, he needs to get out of here because the enemies are rotating in. He has the drag, he has the damage, but I don't think he gets the kill into Illidan. Barlor, I think, was baited pretty heavily here and will be taken down. Trying to steal away a few more of these seeds, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. Gumi needing to back away. Tracer with a bit more damage into Gummis Greymane. But here's going to be Abathur, by the way, pushing up mid lane. He does have that bombardment, or bombard strain for level 13. Tyrael trying to steal some and deny this, but no, he won't be able to. All right, another Garden Tear growing on the west side of the map. Level 16 almost here. It is level lead as well. Almost 16 to almost 15.
The dawn has come, heroes, and with it, my children.
Who's going to be jumping inside the Garden Tear? 60 seconds for that channel. Abathur floats forward in the lane. This is starting to get... Okay, 40... Oh, Illidan's Hearthing, okay. Ultimate Evolution onto Greymane. I don't know why, though. I didn't think there was going to be a fight to be had, and so it's gonna run it into the tower of top lane. It's not gonna take it down, but they'll weaken it by, like, I don't know, a good chunk of HP. Garden Tear in mid lane, piloted by Illidan. The real Greymane will go confirm the top lane fort. I'll wait for his mini wave to arrive, though. You're also going to be seeing that survival instincts for the Abathur, the increase the Locust health by 100% and damage by 60.
Blue team has destroyed.
Garden Tear mid lane. Queen's Curse goes down on the ground, that little polymorph circle. But the 16 Talons is about to be here for Agumi. Drag lands. Murden Dwarf toss off to the side. And that'll be Garden Tear expiring. Didn't find that much value, really. Kind of just sat around the lane. Meanwhile, Abathur is able to push things up in bottom, but I don't think this is going to be like a huge rapid siege to win the lane or something. Nazebo's already here. Speaking of Nazebo, his baseline, 123 stacks. 77 for Muradin, the Unbound for Illidan, 1 stack needed. Wisdom Duelist on 20 of the possible 30. You lose half stacks upon death. Feeding Frenzy for Dahaka at 2 stacks, so he's got 1.25 second cooldown per auto. Tissue Regeneration completed. Widowmaker's done as well. Hunt from Illidan goes in. Dahaka lays the drag immediately. The Pulse Bomb lands, and that'll be Illidan immediately taken down. Roger Cube, as well as the Scroll Ceiling. Why is this the map version? Because Garden Tear Classic got added back into the custom games, and people are kind of excited about it. Stormbolt. Abathur had not applied to Muradin. Okay.
Remember,
The night phasing is back.
and claim their seeds.
Sea Giant camp grab for top lane. Team Agumi. It's 4-4 in kills, but the level lead still exists. Will they be able to get enough seeds for at least one? I think yes. Getting back-to-back Garden Terrors would be huge for them. I'm going to focus on the smaller encampments first. And Tracer's going to start working on Siege Giants for this mid lane. Nazebo still soaking as well for the allies. Alright. So we'll just see traded objective seed sections for both these teams. South side pretty much goes to Team Gummis. North side going over to Agumi. Both teams will have a Garden Terror to pilot. Tyrael's already in position. Illidan is, I think, heading back to go pilot.
It's over for now. But don't get too comfortable. The infested will return again.
But I think, you know, in a game where we're all itching for quote-unquote new content, when something like this gets added back into the game, it is kind of like new content, because we haven't seen it in what? Garden of Terror was changed in 2018, 2017, something like that. So it's been almost 7 to 8 years or something. So I think that's also the reason we're seeing it, is people are kind of excited to have something slightly fresh. Like, go back to the Murky Cup, where Haunted Mines was an optional map, and when Haunted Mines had to change Under the Skulls to being 55 needed, we had that being picked quite often by players. So I think it's just some variety on the player side, also in the tournament side too. As Rhaegar will be taken down before he gets the Ancestral Call, or Trigger. Drag from Dahaka lands on a Muradin. We do have him. Whoa, that's a good body block onto Dahaka. He'll burrow, Lurker Strain. He's got tools to be able to back away. Abathur Hat will take down Tracer. I think it was Greymane chasing in. Or it might have been the ultimate evolution of Greymane, as I saw two on the map for a moment. And Dahaka does get taken down. Top lane wave is pushing in. Remember that Garden Terror that Tyrael had pushed in to top lane? And I was like, oh my god, there's so much value. Well, Mule's nearly got the keep back to full. It is going to be losing some more HP. But Garden Terrors have been cleared away. And right now, map is one structure lead for Gummis. This is bottom lane wave pushed onto the keep gate. Drune's Might from Tyrael will be thrown out. Burning Halo... Or no, sorry. Swift Retribution, sorry. You talked about it already. Nazebo does have his level 20, though. That's the big thing. He does have that Vile Infection. Level 20 upgrade. Farseer's Blessing. Gonna be seeing Contagion and Total Recall, as well as that... Holy Arena. Greymane with the Tooth and Claw. You got Respect the Elder lead. Locust Nest for the Abathur as well. Illidan with the Nowhere to Hide. True global range. Only limited by the target. And also has that Vision of low health pool heroes. Mountain King for Muradin, pretty standard for him. Alright. The night falls once again. And who is going to be able to get the Garden Terrors? Look at this massive wave from Abathur right now. Cleared away quite quickly, but that was quite stacked up. Can we see on the map where Abathur's little nest is? Sometimes there's like a little... Oh, it's in bottom lane, okay. It's right next to him. Mid fort. Damaged, but not taken down. Illidan dives over the wall with that Unbound level 7. Dahaka Isolation jumps to 2. Sanctification, Judgment from... Sorry, Hunt from Illidan comes in. Decker Kane will be the one taken down. Tracer chasing onto the Illidan, trying to back away. The Ravenous Spirit, the auto melee from Tracer takes down Illidan. This is a huge moment for Team Agumi, but Barlow needs to back away to go deal with bottom lane, as this is your Locust just constantly, rapidly. Look at that health bar on this keep, just being shredded by the Locust, but Dahaka should have the wave clear out of this with Dark Swarm. I don't think he saves keep with this current damage rate.
Blue team has destroyed a fort. Red team's core is under attack. Red team has
Well, we've been getting a patch every single month, whether it be PTR or live, for the last I'd say 18 months or so. So there are changes coming in the Nexus. We have tournaments still going on. There's still amateur stuff like Heroes Lounge NGS, so while it might not have HCC and we might not be getting new heroes or maps, there's still a lot of great stuff in the Nexus. And we also have the Legacy matchup coming up at BlizzCon that I hope they hire me for. Because BlizzCon's like less than 3 weeks away. So yeah. Alright, well, either way. Garden Terror ready. Tyrael's the one to get inside. Another mule from Abathur in top lane to get this keep back up to full.
A terror has come to life!
Alright. I mean, something's better than nothing. That's my personal stance on it. I'd rather have what we have than literally nothing. Dwarf toss in from Clone Muradin and the real one engaging. And Cesaro goes down early. Farseer's Blessing does not get the second health bar for Rhaegar. Garden Terror with Tyrael inside. Now just trying to assist as best they can. This is going to be Dahaka. Isolation over the wall. Lands onto the Muradin. But, Drag. Stay a while and listen with respect to the elderly. We do have Illidan and Rhaegar traded. Ravenous Spear going out, but Tracer gets taken down. This will be another Dwarf Toss in from Muradin. And the real Muradin trying to get the kill into Nazebo and Tyrael. That is Sanctification to buy a small window. But Roger Cube from Deckard goes down. Greymane lunging in. And the damage over time onto Deckard will be the pickoff for him. Muradin, Stormbolt takes out Tyrael. That is a pentakill, and that is the first of the day. Is it GG? I think Greymane wants to end here. Or at least he wants to push the wave up onto the core. 17 on Tracer, lowest death timer. Rhaegar is back. Abathur, he's a little bit further forward in bottom lane to maybe get these locusts out a little bit faster. Greymane's on core with Abathur hat. Ultimate Evolution down for 1 second. Might see it actually popped here so they can get more damage on the core. Rhaegar gets taken down. Tracer's back. Go for the throat. Recall from Tracer. Muradin doesn't have the auto, but there is going to be catapults, and this is going to be your map number 3. Over to the side of Gummis. They will take the grand finals in a 3-0. GG. Well played. Well, I'll say this: you'll never make a live service community happy with any way, shape, or form. Even when we had the height of releases, monthly patch changes, HCC, there was always still something like, oh, well, why not a new map, or why not this, why not that? You're never gonna make a live service community happy. It's always it. So that's at least my stance on it, because that's my experience in a lot of these live service games. But that is the 3-0. That is the 3-0. Gummis will take this Garden Terror Classic and Grand Finals. And that is going to be the end of this tournament. It was a really, really fun time. I don't have to wake up at 3:45 anymore. Hopefully no other tournaments for the remainder of this year start this early in the day. To any tournament organizers out there, can you start at least at like 15 CEST so that way I can walk a bandit before stream? But thank you everyone so very much for hanging out. Really, really do appreciate everyone being here, watching the games, checking out all this fun action. And it was a really, really good time today. So I appreciate you watching and being here and being part of the community. I'm going to go raid you over to Rav, because I don't get to raid him very often. So go raid on over to him. Y'all have a great day, great evening, wherever you may be. And if you are a Tier 1 sub, copy the first message. If you're a Tier 2 or 3, copy the second message, as the Bandit emote is a Tier 2 emote. Have a great night. I'll be back on Tuesday for Heroes Casting, Wednesday for Baharas, Thursday will be Heroes Casting, Friday is going to be the Elden Ring sponsor stream, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, I don't know what we're doing, we're probably going to be casting. And then Sunday will be our Doner Kebab stream. So we got a really fun week ahead of us. We also will be watching Gamescom on Wednesday. But either way, go raid over to Rav, go spam some messages. Have a great time, have a great night, and I'll see you all bright and early for Tuesday for another great week of streaming. Until then, I've been Bahamut, your second best boy, your favorite North American caster, and I'll see you all bright and early on Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Hi.
Have a lovely day.